And we are live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever you do for a living, shout out to you. You get up, you get out, you work for yours. Shout out to you. That's what we deal with, productivity and progress. I just watched a video just now of a brother who is, apparently they give prisoners access to the internet now, even though it's a limited access that's monitored, and them get a phone where they can film behind bars. And there's a guy in there who is doing 170 years, and he got sentenced at 19 years old, and he is like 30 something now. And him have younger guys come in to his cell, come talk on the phone, and he's trying to deter the youth them out here. And he was like, listen, people will stay out here in the free world and say they ain't working for no $10 an hour, but they'll do stuff to make them end up in prison, and they'll have you in there working for the next 60 years for 10 cents an hour. So I want y'all to think about this. So when he said that, I was like, yeah, time to start morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning and the people that coming in from work. We can't do it. We can't do it. Yeah, me can't do it. That's a hell of a lot of time for them to heap on your head, no? Not true? 170 years. Jaja God. Even if you die and come back and live again, you probably can't outlive that sentence. So, be good. For those of you who are out there, behave yourself. A lot of temptation out there. I mean, I know. Some also when the sun get hot and just stuff just start to happen. Anyway, the chat is open this morning. And before we get started this morning, I would like to, I'm test running this video for a sponsor for our morning thoughts. So let me test run the video. The video is about 3 minutes long or so. Bear with the video. It is a new social media platform called SEP Media, SEP, but all that will be explained in this, right? I just want to test it to see how it looks here, if anything needs to be adjusted, etc. And then we'll get on with our morning thoughts. So here it goes. All right, everybody, listen. There is an exciting new social media platform out here by the name of SEP. SEP, S-E-P, stands for Sports, Entertainment, Perception. Their goal is to create a platform where everyone has an opportunity to earn money and to grow. Who doesn't want to earn money? Who doesn't want to grow? There's some exciting features. You can refer friends and you can earn tokens, and these tokens can be converted into cash. You can post interesting videos and you can receive gifts from viewers that can also be converted into cash. You can go live and you can compete with other creators for gifts and rewards. You can open your own online store and sell products on SEP Media. You can post photos, videos, stories, and do a whole lot more. You can connect with people through this all-in-one platform. It's super exciting. Now, they're currently having updates being released on both the Apple Store and the Google Play Store, with additional updates that are planned to come in the coming months. I've given you 2 download links, and those 2 download links will be attached to this video, either pinned as the links in the first comment for the comment section, or also listed in the description box of this video. Have fun. Back to our show. All right, so what you were seeing was exactly what SEP does, right? So I was just giving you a glimpse into the platform in between each time I was saying something about the platform, etc. So you can meet people on there. You could set up your own store and sell stuff on there. You could compete with other people for tokens that can be turned into cash and all these other kind of things, just to give everybody a good look at what it looks like on that new platform. So y'all can go check it out. It's called SEP Media, and I'm not going to be able to post the links until after we're done with this live. So once we're done with the live, the link will be posted at the top of the chat at the first comment. So, you know, when y'all comment on a video, just scroll, go back up to the first comment, and you'll see it pinned right there. You hit the link if you are a Google ad store person like myself, or if you are an iPhone person, there'll be a link for those two in it as well. He didn't tell any lies. Nans, what Nans I said, and shout out to SEP Media for sponsoring us this morning, this episode of Morning Thoughts. Now, shout out to Anne-Marie. Thank you for being here. Anne-Marie Daly is in the building. Nans is in the building with us this morning. Nans said, good morning. Good morning, Nans. Yvonne Walford is here. Big O 570 is in the building with us this morning. Sharon Spence is in the building with us this morning. Says, good morning, family. Audrey Wright is in the building with us this morning. Audrey, big up yourself. Audrey says, morning, fam and present teacher. Audrey says, please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live as well. And you know, a bunch of people in here talking to each other, which I like. Nans is in the building. Mistress B 007. You know, Mistress B, I still can't get off the Mistress B Talks Health and Wellness with a twist, even though the name was so long, but I said it for so long that now I'm like Mistress B, and my mind keeps saying Talks Health and Wellness with a twist. Mistress B 007 is in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here. J Thump is in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here. Martin Clark has joined us this morning. Big up yourself. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. P. Niles, 123 is in the building with us this morning as well. June O'Brien is here, just like June O'Brien. She turned to June OB69, but I know that's June O'Brien. Thank you for being here, June. Big up yourself. Appreciate you. S. Diva is in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here. Our sister Marie is here. Marie's message. Marie, may I think about you all weekend? You know? I hope you had a wonderful weekend. All right. Marie's message is in the building with us this morning. That's Marie right there with our pretty self. Marie's Message 411 TV, also on YouTube with her own channel, her own platform. Everybody whose name is in green probably already subscribed to her. Everybody else who's watching from the outside, you can go find her and sub to her channel as well. All right. Who else is here? I need to big up in the morning. Yeah. Anthony Vaz is in the building with us this morning. Miss Golly Robinson. Miss Golly Robinson, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Big up yourself. Elaine Brown, thank you. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. We can't big up everybody, and we are going to be skipping some names. I don't want you to feel left out, like friends from Lake, PG. PG, big up yourself. Roddy's daughter, big up yourself. Who else is here? Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Curse in the building. Big up yourself. Let's Bond TV, if you're here yet, 50, big up yourself. Jerome, if I don't see the name them, I don't see the name them. And I got to start the show. One Meds, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. All right. Scrolling all the way back down to the end of the chat now so we can start to see the comments coming in. Saban TV. Let's start out with Chronic Law. Let's start out with Chronic Law. I want to get this right. Before I get this right, though, the background that I'm using this morning, it will be changing as the stories change, because we're going to get into different stories. And each story will have its own background, right? The background you see right now is for the cruise that is not until April of 2027. This is the cruise where Vibes Cartel is going to be headlining this cruise, and this is a part of his new business venture. So this is going to be luxury dancehall aboard that exact same vessel right there that you see right here. And we are heading out to a private island in the Bahamas called Coco Cay, and we are going to have some fun at sea and on the private island. It is 72 hours of non-stop entertainment. And for those of you who would like to book, my promo code is right here, SOUFLO. So you can use my promo code and book your room aboard this vessel and sail out with us. If you're planning on going, I would advise you to book from now and do like most of us are doing who don't have $1 million in the bank. We are paying it off slowly on a payment plan. So every month we pay something into it until that time comes. We will be paid off fully and going off to enjoy ourselves. All right. All right. So that's how we're done with that. And that's what's behind me right here as that. But we're going to change the screen right now to a story appropriate screen. As I change the screen, I have to be very careful. So I'm selecting my words. As I change the screen, I want to first state my disclaimer that I'm using a picture that shows a lot of guns, and the situation that Chronic Law is in right now is kind of along these lines. However, let's make it very clear first that these pictures that you see with the artist holding guns, these are from music videos. All right. These are not him out in the streets with his friends and this is the life he's living or anything like that. Wait there. I saw Jerome said, Shakira, you're going to just let that pass over your head. Did you not hear Flo said that he's thinking of Marie all weekend? Jerome, Jerome, you start early. Hold on. I saw him on the other screen just now. See him comment here. Come here, look over here, so I never see your comment. Here, Jerome, but Shakira, you're going to just let that pass over your head. Did you not hear Flo said he's been thinking about Marie all weekend? I've been thinking about the safety of our sister and if she's okay, if she's doing all right, if she came out of her funk. We're all humans. Sometimes we get into this funk where, you know, when you just not feel too good, your spirit just down, or whatever. Yeah, I was thinking about her. Like, I hope she lifted her spirit up and she was having a wonderful weekend. Now, but I'm starting no trouble over here, no Jerome. You're full of trouble, you see. John, anyway, we're moving into the Chronic Law story. This brother, yeah. I swear. Yo, all right. See, Rash Jada, big up yourself. Rash Jada said, Jerome, come go. That's true, Mary. Real troublemaker. Yeah. Make we go on with the story here. So, Friday when we did the story on Chronic Law, right? Jerome has something else to know. Friday when we did the story on Chronic Law, I said it's important for us to be careful how we deliver these things, right? And where we're sourcing information from. And Chronic Law himself put out a message that said him want the vlogger them to be more careful because this is his life. And his manager, Bashi, put out a statement saying as well, please be on topic. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
How are you? What go on, Mary?
Everyone is a troublemaker.
Yeah, tell me. You see,
Jerome, behave yourself.
Early in the morning, him start with it.
This early in the Monday morning, you start already.
I saw.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, Murray.
All right, SouFLo.
You doing all right?
Yes, me do a live last night, a surprise live.
Really?
My sister's keeper.
Really?
Yes, and they did do the prenatal domestic violence. The subject what we talk about, I did a live on that. and the effects of domestic violence on the unborn child.
Wow. That's a heavy topic too.
Yeah, Stacey Ann was over there.
They work out good.
And some other people.
Okay. So you never give no notice. It was just a surprise live.
Yeah, it was a surprise. It just hit me and I decided so I just go do it.
You need to do that more often.
We just did get the vibes to do it. So me just do it.
But me I tell you, say you need to go randomly, just go live more often. Because what it does is it make your audience member them actually start looking like maybe she go do a live, maybe she go live, maybe she go. And maybe you might not go live most of the time, but the 1 and 2 times that you eventually do, then we catch it more.
Yeah. And I want to big up Miss Goldie Robinson.
Yeah, big up to Miss Goldie Robinson.
Yes. I'm giving her flowers. I'm sending out all kinds of energy and love to her.
Seeing.
She support my channel on a daily basis.
Yeah, Miss Goldie Robinson over here too, you know. I'm have to big her up for that on all platforms.
Yeah, she one of my biggest supporters over on my channel.
That's what's up.
Yeah. May I go make you get back into your subject.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear from you, man. You sound very upful today. you
I get ready to go to work.
All right, then.
Later, me night chat.
All right, later. All right. Yeah, don't she sound bright? She sound very upful today. You know, me not say pretend to be happy when you're not, but I watch it, judging how she sounded on Friday compared to how she sound today. Me feel better. She sound good. All right. Let's get into this now. We're now going to change topic again because once we put these up, then those are going to be the markers. So anybody that breeze through when them see the Chronic Law picture, they expect to be hearing us talking about Chronic Law. So like I said, Chronic Law put out a statement cautioning everybody, don't start spreading no false rumors on him, all kind of stuff. His manager put out a statement to fans and everybody else, just keep it chill, relax on yourself, and when things need to be addressed, it will be addressed in the proper manner, etc., etc. You know, me did over here really, I think, say, Chronic last statement said that he feel like he's being targeted, and it did come off like say him not do nothing and them are target him, you know. Well, let me tell you something. This is the United States of America, okay? If there's one thing they do here is them rinse your dirty laundry out the door in front of everybody, especially if you are a celebrity from another genre or another nation and you are here. Them are gonna make sure so them put out everything, details, because I don't even see them put out details like this when American celebrities go through stuff. But anyway, the headline says the feds say that Chronic Law has confessed to gun possession. Court orders a pre-trial detention. And this was on July 11th of 2026. The story reads like this. A federal court in the United States has now ordered dancehall entertainer Chronic Law to remain in custody until his trial after agreeing with prosecutors that he is a danger to the community and a flight risk. That no sound right. Me not buy that. I know whoever printed this, whoever wrote this story, the wording is not, I can't see Chronic Law going in there agreeing with prosecutors that he is a danger to the community. That don't make no sense. That I don't give a damn if you are a danger to the community. You still wouldn't go in there go tell the prosecutor them about, I agree, I am a danger to the community. But it says a federal court in the United States has ordered dancehall entertainer Chronic Law to remain in custody until his trial. That means they're heading for trial. After agreeing with prosecutors that he is a danger to the community and a flight risk. The same way me I read it over too, you know, and the same way me read it about 4 times back and forth before I even did it the first time on screen. Come on, see if me them a play a trick for me, or I'm not seeing the words, or me don't know dyslexic kind of thing me I say. That man would never say that. I don't know who wrote this, but I'm about to call y'all out in a minute. Okay? Now, this comes after Chronic Law reportedly confessed to federal authorities that he was in possession of 4 guns, 4 firearms, one of which was actually reported stolen in Florida. Law boss, I was batting for you, bro. I said, don't kick my brother when he's down. Let's not say nothing until more comes out. Give him the benefit of the doubt. It says he confessed to federal authorities that he was in possession of 4 firearms. So I'm not target them, I target you that. You are a person who you don't have the proper authorization to have guns in the United States of America. That's not targeting, that's you. The only people, just to make it clear for all of the Jamaican and everybody else who's from the outside who are here, if you don't have a green card, which means if you're not a temporary or a permanent resident, rather, if you are not a permanent resident in the United States of America or a citizen, you cannot have a gun in your possession. You have to be a permanent resident or you have to be a citizen. That means you use a blue book holder, American passport holder, or you have a green card. Chronic law is what they call a prohibited person in possession of a firearm. And not one. It says he confessed to having 4 firearms. I sell you like a sell gun. Come in, even if you go pop off like this, you only have 2 hands, so only 2 guns. You can, maybe unless the 2 of them malfunction, you might use the other 2, I don't know. But one of which was reported stolen in Florida. Now you are really going overboard. When he was pulled over by the police in the state of Georgia last November. So the part where he said this stems from his previous case, apparently it does. But the information that's coming out though. So remember when we were saying a federal hold is on him. So I went to go look up what the federal hold would mean. And it says that there is a warrant for him, for the person. Usually when there's a warrant for the person from the federal government, from the feds, then local jail has to hold them in place until the feds come get them in custody. And we started saying, so I wonder what kind of warrant them have for him. Well, it stems from this, right? He reportedly confessed to federal authorities that he was in possession of 4 firearms, one of which was reported stolen in Florida. Thief, gunner, all them something they come get mixed up in when he was pulled over by police in the U.S. state. Chronic Law, can you please listen? Chronic Law and him management team and the people around him, can y'all please get him back to just music? Just get him back to music. And that's what we want to see. Just get him back to music. You know, the last time I saw him, I was at Best of the Best in Miami. I see him. And him doing thing. And I was happy and I was proud that he was out there doing his thing. Because Chronic Law is a brother who could have traveled a long time ago, and purposely did not want to travel for a long time. And to see him out now, I say, yes, Law Boss, get him visa, I'm a fly about the place, doing big shows, and boom, this. This is not good. This is not good. Now, it says the confession was detailed in an unsealed criminal complaint against the entertainer that was filed on July 1st. It was detailed in an unsealed criminal complaint. So them did seal it, and they unsealed it July 1st. So I don't make them make up nothing on you, and is not target, you are being targeted. I've lived here for 30 odd years. I've never been caught with multiple guns, let alone stolen gun and all these other things. Y'all have so much to lose. Why do we do this? We work so hard to come out of the position or the wife of the position. We work so hard to come out of the situations that we were born into. You know, for those of us who weren't born with gold spoon in our mouth, we work so hard to elevate ourselves. And then when we get the big boss or that step up in our life kind of thing, you like sabotage yourself. It is of my opinion that somebody like, just like I said with Squash, right? Squash could have just stayed at the Ross house. If he just stayed in the house, just stay in the house, don't do road until everything's straight, at least. He got caught up in the same situation. Prohibited person in possession of firearm. So the entertainer whose given name is Akeem Jermaine Campbell, which we know him as Chronic Law or Law Boss or Dark Lord or whichever one of the monikers you want to call him, he has now been transferred to Georgia, where the November 15th arrest took place in the first place. Last week, we heard he was arrested in Florida. In his statement that he released last week, he said, why didn't they pick me up when I was in Georgia? I just left there and I just did, I think Arise and Toast himself did though, or one of them big show there. He just did that show. It was a very big public show. Why them never pick him up there? He was on the moniker, on the headliners for it. So it's not like, you know, he snuck in there and did a show and snuck back out kind of thing. But them just transfer him now from Florida back to Georgia. You know them kind of transfer there? Yeah, when you get those kind of transfer in federal authority, you are either flown or driven, road trip or flight, but it usually consists of you being shackled and chained up like Hannibal Lecter, like you kill somebody and you nyam people face off. Like how they did Sean Kingston from California to Florida and then let him off at the same Brevard jail because Sean Kingston's lawyer said, please don't do him like that because it's going to look bad. It's going to make people think he's like the worst of the worst. You know, they shackle they chain your hands and then shackle it to your foot and your hand and your foot on one long chain, connect the two of them, and you're doing like this, going back and forth, the tarmac and stuff. And he was like, please don't do him like that. You know, give him a date to report. He's famous. He's not a flight risk. He'll fly in and we'll make sure he shows up. And they said, no, we want to transport him. And him get the same transport. So that transport the Chronic Law get either one of those. Anyway, prosecutors asked the courts. So the entertainer who's given name, blah, 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 he was transferred to Georgia where the November 15th arrest took place. And this follows an order by a judge in Florida on Friday that he be transferred. He's now facing a maximum prison sentence of 10 years. Right. He's now facing a maximum prison sentence of 10 years. I remember one time them did have Squash and them said Squash faced 35 years and all these things. Y'all see, Squash will be out by the end of this year. That run off already. But Puss and Dog don't have the same luck. So, Puss and Dog don't have the same luck. I've seen many times where somebody get 2 years for something and the next man get 10 for the same thing. Anyway, as an entertainer, I'm pretty sure him having money up and them can get some good attorneys, so I don't expect him to do 10 years. Prosecutors asked the courts to detain the artist until his trial, citing that Chronic Law being a flight risk and is a present danger to the community. In a hearing on Friday, that request was granted. According to the entertainer, he was arrested after performing in Florida on July 5th. In a post on his Instagram story, which only lasted for 24 hours, he claims that he is being targeted. And he says the last two arrests, they were by the same federal agents. That tells me that you are being watched. And I said that. In a tech, it don't take much. Bro, the word ain't targeted. The word is once you come here and get in a trouble, you're going to be on their radar. You are a famous person and they can go look up your works and see what you've done. You see, anytime them see video like them here, with them big long machine here, and you struggle up with big gun like this as well. You see, anytime they see stuff like this, don't act like they don't look at your videos. They look. Him have one right there, so we have all a pan on it. I have one like that, and that pan look like a 75 round drum. I have one of them here. So I know exactly where my hole. Look up yourself. You see, anytime they see stuff like this, they don't care if it's music videos. All they want to know is, why the hell is he in possession of these? Who is he? He's here. What is his, like, run his paperwork. See if he has proper paperwork to be here. Like, is he illegal? Somebody's going to say, no, he's a famous entertainer. He's here on a work visa. He's here, whatever they're going to say behind the scenes. I'm going to start suss you out, brother. So you've been watched. All the other dancehall artists, them that are in the United States of America as well, you they're on radar too. So I want y'all to pay attention. You're high profile. You know, I put up video like almost every week or every 2 weeks. And somehow the video has some big long gun in it and them something there. They want to know, is he a permanent resident here? Or is he a green card holder here? Or is he a citizen here? Them start dig you up and looking at your background because they want to know, are those props? Or are those real guns? And if they are real guns, we need to circle them people here and play them closer. They might be involved in criminal activities. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm good enough, brother. How are you?
I'm doing and I go and listen. You see, even the crap that happened recently, them I listen to the lyrics then. So even college class say you're all in front of immigration, me slap you. These people take those things into consideration. You have to, when you're on in a lion mode, college class should end the post like people. I just did an online class and I graduate with honors and I get diploma in this. Those are the things you should post. So when them see that you're changing, even if you're not.
Right, like after the first arrest, right?
Yeah.
But Jerome,
people say you don't learn. No, even if a music video, you have to just shift and start just talk about girls and or even God is the greatest, whatever, but them people are going to watch it. I know like one time when them never used to watch it. They have people in what decode or Jamaican patois. Mm-hmm. So no care what lingua you use or if you're talking about parables, or if you say slap way, anything you say, they know. Because no, them have, sometimes even Jamaicans themselves, where private investigators hear something and them make links. Mm-hmm. So it really rough for me. What do you think?
Yes. Okay. So my thing is this, right? I wish more of them now are gonna learn because we see this thing keep happening and we realize that after one come another one and another one. And you think to yourself, say, then brother, you're much smarter than this. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit, but I thought you were much smarter than this. Like, first of all, if me they're here and I'm trying to like do music and entertainment and collect a bag of money, my goal while I'm here is to get as rich as I can off of my craft, right? When you are do a play a road, his first arrest affidavit said he was driving a super speed limit imado, which is way over the speed limit. And then he was driving and changing lanes erratically without signaling. And that's how him get pulled over. And then when him get pulled over, that's when them find the gun them. So I said to myself, say, y'all live like in a movie. This can't be real because, first of all, if you're here and you have guns, You know you're not supposed to have them, but say you keep them because you're para and you feel like man can reach you a foreign too. You know, drive the speed limit or a little bit below the speed limit, brother. Driving and speeding and then changing lanes erratically and that's like begging somebody, please come pick me up. Them think of Jamaica this.
For real, Flo, me see it all the while, but them have a sense that a wise man learn from others' mistake. Only a fool learn from their own mistake.
Absolutely.
But Flo, you know, say enough time used to hear stories like man have loaded cars with drugs and guess how them get busted at New York? Them park illegally. You know, just some weird things that you do. You park on the other side of the road. So you beg police to pass and pull and stop and inquire. It's just some weird things they would do.
You remember Buju words in a driver?
Yeah.
Yeah. When him say collect the liquor change and come back quick, if you listen to that now, is a whole instruction Buju give on how if you go drop off this piece of weight round a so and collect the money, and him tell him how to avoid being pulled over by the police and all these other kind of things. The man say you can stop and go drink a beer. Him say you can drink a big beer, but don't you dare burn a spliff. And the scent of the marijuana will make them eye top lift. That means this is America, okay? One of the reasons they used to pull you out of your vehicle here is that marijuana smell? Go ahead and step out the vehicle, please. Because once them eat, and they don't have to smell it, you know, them can just say them smell it, and it gives them probable cause to tell you to step out of your vehicle so they can now look through the vehicle and whatever. What's the cause for you telling me to step out of your vehicle? I smell a high aroma of marijuana. You could sit there and say all day, I don't even smoke. Yeah, okay. Well, you don't smoke. You might have it in here in pounds because the scent. And you can't sue them in court for that. So if you're out there and you're doing foolishness, them must be haunted. I don't know. Chronicle of them young and I make whole heap of money and have whole heap of fame. Them must be haunted because I would be in the house.
Well, this man can be digital and give blind boy some credit. What do you think?
Yes. Here you know, no? So that gone over enough people head. Alkaline you're talking. Give some credit for the whole time he's been here all these years. You've never hear him name calling or anything. Him don't get in a trouble.
You don't even know where him live.
You don't know where him live. You don't know which part him circle move. You don't know nothing about him. You see him pop out and do shows and disappear. That's it. He just pop out, do shows, disappear. Maybe y'all need to learn from him for real. Yeah, shout out to Alkaline, because Alkaline there for years now, and you never hear his name calling anything. And that's the way you're supposed to be, bro.
So remember, we come from a culture where bad mind in a way, you know. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you're just excelling, and people say, yo, him too show off, you know. We have to go click him win. There's just so much different thing where you have to lay low. And, you know, some people will say, yo, I'm richer.
Right.
I'm more something to make him richer because I remember I'm wanted at Jamaica. I'm associated with the six. So, you know, I don't know. It's just rough for him because
just for them
the same thing will happen to Squash.
Wait, just for them out there, we are not saying he's wanted in Jamaica. Jerome is just laying out scenarios, what people might say.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Because people comment on social media. Right. And even if you comment something that is a lie, these people have AI, they have so much programs will pick up what you say and they will research and look into it.
Yeah.
Especially when you have private investigator, him say same police. Some police officer them okay, you're lucky this one. I don't know how you get off.
If I the same
all right,
police,
I'm gonna watch you closely.
Exactly.
And,
if you keep seeing the same police, bro, that means I go inside. If you keep me don't know, I come from one different time. If you keep seeing the same police, go inside. You see how me and enough of them money look like we in the same age group, me a big man for them money. And listen, you see back in the day, me I come from a time where we carry beeper. We're coming from a time where if you were doing anything out of the way, we used to go a road, go use phone, where you used to have to drop a quarter in at the phone. And we wouldn't even use the phone that's on our block or in our area. We have got 4, 5, 6 block over, so go use a phone in a somebody else community. And it's one of them public phone there, where it's up on the side of the road. We not saying nothing on no phone. No business is to be conducted on no phone. You definitely don't move outside dirty. It's called riding dirty. You don't ever ride dirty if you're doing nothing. And if you do, you want to obey all laws until you get to where you're going. But driving erratic, switching lanes, that are the reason why them pull you over. And then them go find out, say, yeah, we'll leave a gun for you, and you go admit now that that's what it was. And it don't make no damn sense to me. I feel like somebody must say, oh, behind. I don't understand that move. I don't understand that move.
It's just nowadays people, because as you said, we used to lay low. If you hit the bank, that money no touch for 6, 7 months. You sit down and watching news. Nowadays, them rob something by the end of the night and them
show all
Facebook. Yeah, Facebook.
I show all of the money.
So the police don't even have to be on the case for months. Within 5 hours, they're picking you up.
Man.
So I mean, nowadays, you have to prove something, but it's bad for the artist, and I'm sorry that happened because I rate the artist.
I remember, you know, you're a foreigner. I'm trying to go through every detail of this just because I'm trying to wake my own people them up. Cause hear what? You see, once them start look for you, once they put you on that list, right? First of all, if you keep seeing the same faces, the same law enforcement face them, it means go inside. It means you are definitely being watched, okay? Now, but you've given them a reason to start targeting you. Now, the second thing about that is this. You're gone inside. You must also remember this. A lot of these police officers don't get paid like you entertainers do. So when them see you and them done run your file and realize, say, hold up, he don't even have a damn green card. He's not a permanent resident. He's not a citizen. Why all these luxury vehicles around him? My annual salary, I can't even buy one of these vehicles. I can't even afford to buy the GLE that he's riding in. You know what I said? Jealousy come into it too, you know. And then they start targeting you more because now they're thinking it ain't 1 or 2 or 3 of these vehicles. Have you ever seen them crew roll out? Whole heap of bike on expensive $100,000 US cars in US dollars. Man, they watching you more than anything. They thinking it's cocaine money. They think they can't fathom that you sing. They don't know you for your music. How the hell he making all this money? It's got to be the cocaine. Oh, he's Jamaican too? It's either gun business or it's cocaine business. He probably into drugs and gun running and stuff. I'm music yardo, bro. I'm music yardo.
So these people, they don't understand. Even back in the days, somebody that's close to me used to travel a lot. And every time immigration used to stop them, you're traveling 3 times in a week or 2 times in a week. Man, I work all year and I can barely save money to even take a vacation to travel. And that's how some of these immigration are. You can buy and sell all you want. They just feel, say, yo, you're not supposed to doing that. And them can't take our time for themselves.
And them start targeting because of that. But now if you do something wrong, they're going to catch you just because you're moving like that.
So you'll be going through immigration and you have a big gold chain and a ring and them things. They just put your passport in a red slip so them to go check you.
Yeah.
It just sometimes there's many things that attract cops. You drive and smoke come out of your window on the highway. It's just some things where you just have to do. Smoke in your house, and then you leave and go to the supermarket and just hurry up and go back in.
Boy, I wish him did do that still, bro. But he didn't. Boy, so now he's caught.
So you feel so we still maybe give him a few months and he's back to doing music and we can celebrate the music.
I wish him all the best. I'm gonna keep watching his case, but now that they said he's gonna be held without bail until his trial, me want to know when at the trial, and me want to know if there's a deal on the table for him that he can take instead of send this to trial, like whatever the case. Me just have to follow the case closely and see how it turn out.
All right, knowing you always give a solution or a suggestion, just like how you do with many other cases. What is it that the lawyer can say? Can them still use them fear for him life? That's why, you know, you have to protect himself and him can find reason to prove such thing.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go in the chat and if you can make a suggestion.
All right. Manners Jerome, big up yourself.
All right.
All right. So right along those lines, Jerome, if I was his attorney, I was trying to get him, I'm not saying this is going to get him off because it's not, right? It's like in the United States of America, if somebody, God forbid, somebody rape your daughter and you decide you're going to avenge your daughter's honor and you go blow that man's face off, they're going to say to you, if it was my daughter, I would have done the same thing. But guess what? You should have called the police and let the law handle it. So now we got to charge you for murder and you're going away for a long time anyways. So with that, it would still ease up how they sentence you though, because they would look at it like, damn, this is like a crime of passion, fit into those lines. Like there's so many aggravating factors into this. So for people like Chronic Law now, they could truly point out that death surrounds him kind of thing, you know, like where he comes from is rough. People been after him. That's why, and he's super paranoid. He has had close family members that have been murdered and he has had many death threats. And he does realize that where he is in the United States of America, that the Jamaican community is strong where he is also. So that tells him that people who he's been into it with before or who's been after him from even his home country, they're also here as well. And he's seen some of them or whatever. That's why he stays armed. But he's not a criminal, Your Honor. He had no intentions of ever committing criminal acts. He makes a lot of money by being an entertainer. He's a songwriter / performer. Here's his resume over the last 2 years. He streamed the #1 in his country. He had a lot of #1 songs. He's been here, there. You know, you have to paint a picture for them so them can say, wow, he's really not like, there's no criminal record for him other than him being in a strange country, trying to make a living, but also super paranoid about his own safety. Then probably we look upon him and say, you know what? Let's drop the more serious charges. This is what we're going to do. You're probably going to have to be deported though, because we don't really trust you like that. However, we're not going to max him out with 10 years because he really didn't harm anybody. So we'll give you 2 years. And then before you know it, as a first-time offender, him go through 2 programs in the cause the feds pick him up, and the feds have these programs that you go through that knocks time off of your time, right? As we can see in Diddy's case, as we can see in Squash case. And that's why Squash end up with, he'll be home at the end of the year. Literally will be home for Christmas to celebrate New Year, ringing the New Year and everything, when we thought he was going to be gone for like 30, 35 years and these things. So but I think Chronic Law is going to have to go through it. And I don't want to make any predictions on what I think the outcome of his case is going to be either. I just want to watch it and see. In my head, you know, I've made a prediction already, but I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want my words to be misconstrued. So I'm going to hold the prediction there in my head until. But I don't think this is going to work out in him and his management favor. I'll just put it that way. I just put it, them gone too far down the rabbit hole. Like the girl with a thief, the Louis Vuitton bag them and post it online to Young Miami song Spendash. When I was in Brooklyn, right, there was a brother who, he grew up on the block that I was living on, and his whole family still live on the block. And police used to circle with block like I'm talking about every 15, 20 minutes, pan the 15, 20 minutes. Them a circle. You outside, me see man a smoke a cigarette and them jump out of the car and grab him with the cigarette and inspect the cigarette and then dash him They did it to me, and I wasn't smoking no cigarette. I went to the corner store to go get a blunt, and I'm holding the blunt like this and walking back to the barbershop, and them grab me up. A couple of times I get grab up, them fling me up on wall to search me up, and I don't have nothing upon me. I'm not doing nothing. The guy that did that, it made me broke up the blunt. I'm like, it's new and it's still in the wrapper. He was like, break that shit. So I had to like whip my hand held in the ear like this, crush up my blunt, me just by empty it out so, and then him fling with my hand like this and just walked away. Uniform police, right? A guy that grew up on that same block, he became a police officer. So the people them on the block, the younger people them used to cuss him. They used to be like, you turn into a slave catcher, you were this, that, and the other. He was like, man, I'm just doing my job. I'm just trying to earn a living and do something honorable. I'm doing my job. But he told us though, he said, because I don't know if y'all know it, but they have what's called the hip hop police, and they've been around for a while. They specifically target the hip hop genre. They specifically target anywhere there's a hip hop party or a rap party and rappers. They are there. They're dressed in regular clothes. They listen to the music. They'll sing every word to the latest song. You won't know that they're there. Their hair is braided or their beard grow out. They just look like regular civilians, right? But they're agents. One of the things that he said to me that never left me, he said they were instructed, because stop and frisk did go on. He said they were instructed to watch all the latest rap videos that come out. And anybody, when they go outside, when they go on the beat, anybody they see that's dressed like how the rappers are dressed in the latest rap video is fair game for a random search. Remember, it was okay by law for them to randomly just search people. That's why I said the other day when Donald Trump was coming into office and he said he's going to bring back stop and frisk. I said, I lived through that, so I already know who is going to be targeted. And that's exactly what them would have done. So what they're doing now is the same thing. When I try to tell Jamaica people them for the longest, especially the young youth them, we don't have what's called a uniformed look. The uniform look tells them to come mess with you. To come mess with you. Because you look like how certain entertainer look. And if you look like how certain entertainer look, watch me break the psychology of this down for you. This entertainer has so much influence on you that he got you to look like how he looks in his videos. I wonder if he got you to actually start living his lyrics too. What are the odds? You know what he said? He said 90%, 95% of the people that they hit, just based off that alone, they find something on them that shouldn't be on them. 95% of the people they hit, just based on that alone, they find something on them that shouldn't be on them. So you see, yeah, well, I don't know, but y'all gonna have to switch it up. Y'all are gonna have to switch it up. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, morning, SouFLo. How going?
But then I'm my brother Alton.
Hey, man, here look at things said that the police were on to Chronic Law. It's a Jamaican police.
I wouldn't.
You hear that?
I don't know that. I don't know where you would have heard that from, and I would never hear it from nowhere either.
Yeah, man, I hear a couple of people say it, man, and people say, sure, and come. So I tell you, I'm here.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
You know, it's a Jamaican police and target Chronic Law for some reason. Same police who they anti before, the same one follow him again and pick him up against end up on warrant. Same Jamaican police, the case of the case against Chronic Law. This is a Jamaican man. So I'm here.
Okay,
but here again.
Yeah.
Me also hear say, but if hear this, say I want gun shop, him go buy the gun. You hear that part?
Says a gun shop, him go buy the gun?
No, him buy the gun from. He have a gun right in the position, right?
But how him buy a gun and him not have paperwork for buy a gun?
That's the thing. So me hear the people saying buy a gun our gun shop. And them say, how gun shop to buy my gun when gun shop know the law, but yet allow him to buy the guns. So people say like a tag or some setup or something. I don't know. So that give them information.
But that don't make no sense to you, bro. That don't make no sense to you. That don't make no sense. That makes sense to you? That wouldn't make no sense to me. You know why?
It don't make sense to me.
Because him would have already know that him shouldn't go buy no gun. Because
you
don't
suppose information right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you. Nobody can set you up if you didn't go try to buy no gun. So even if that information is right, which I don't think it is, but even if it is, you are the one that's still in the wrong.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. You see the rapper, the Haitian rapper, Kodak Black. Okay. So when Donald Trump pardoned Kodak Black, that's exactly what Kodak Black did. Kodak Black went to go fill out paperwork to go purchase a gun at a gun store. The problem was he had a case that was in the works. Now, his case wasn't finalized, so he was neither exonerated or convicted. The case was just in the works, and it was not a federal, but a felony charge that was in the works. The application that you fill out to get the gun, the application says, have you ever been convicted of a felony? Kodak Black put, no, he wasn't, right? Which is true. But they said that he should have disclosed that he is in the process now of going through a case where he is charged with a felony. So they would have never sold him the gun if he was. They would have told him to come back when that case is resolved. So based on that, they were like, oh, you were trying to get one in before this case got finalized, and they charged him anyways. If it wasn't for Trump pardoning him, he would have been up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. But Trump only pardoned him because he didn't want to use him for his own use, which is a whole other story.
Yeah.
But you see how he got locked up, right? The law says, bro, if you are not a permanent resident green card holder or if you are not a citizen, you should not have a gun in your possession, period. Stop right there, so you know, say nothing else after that.
Federally, every state.
Yes, this is straight across the board. Of every state in the United States of America. So him would have wrong anyway.
But let me ask this.
No, hold on. Let me say this too before you finish, before you say anything else. What we need to wise up and realize that the world is not as big as it used to be one time. And there are a lot of Jamaicans who work in the United States of America. They are in all positions that you can think of. If you think of medical field, a whole heap of them in there. And we are talking about at high levels too. If you think of police, law enforcement, military, they're in there and they're there at high levels and low levels too. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. So them are going to help them people to decode. That Jerome did just say, they're going to help them people them to decode every single thing. So you did it and, let me not say this in English, let me see it in a patois. Yo, me do so you know, so around this. Him there right there, so I said, let me tell you exactly what they just said. They about to be in Atlanta this weekend, and we need to look out for a green Charger because that's what's going to be carrying all the guns, and they're breaking it down for them just the same. But we need to wise up and know that.
Well, I know you have AI, see? Right? At least AI, Debo, right? So they're not a friend nowadays. They look like a Korean woman at work or eat lunch with. Me talk her. She said talk patois in my phone, all right? In her phone, right? When I talk patois on her phone, it translates and she can look on it and even listen to someone pop on her phone. So not now again, number.
All them technology.
Already.
All them technology. I didn't know there was one that could translate patois, but then again, it probably could because I've heard of one that translates over 500 languages. So maybe one of them the ones,
a clean patois though. A clean patois though, we like tone man talk like me you talk, and like a deep patois that never me understand one day. You know what I mean?
I never did. Good
sometimes I must run truck, man. Must run truck. I'm going to certain place at Jamaica to deliver some school, and teacher talk to me. I said, where's some miss? Oh, she try to fix her tongue and talk against me, understand? Yeah, man. So our patois now, our patois youth.
Yeah, this a soft pattern, man. This is not the real, and that's what I was telling some woman the other day. We are talking about not all Jamaicans speak patois, and I said they all do, but to different degrees. And she said she grew up in Jamaica, she never grew up speaking patois, and I said that's probably true. You know, you probably lightly spoke it, but she said patois is not a language, it's just an accent, it's English with an accent. And I said this is where I know me and you can have a conversation, because if you ever hear come at Clarendon or go Westmoreland, if you ever hear patois to the 10th degree, you're gonna know say it's a different language. That this what I'm speaking right now, this a English with an accent. This is not really patois.
Yeah.
Now and then me throwing some patois words in there.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but if you ever go down in a real patois, brother, it's a whole different language by itself.
I mean, I agree, but witness it already and hear it already, and now I couldn't believe it. But watch now. But sometimes I wonder if credit land have a people around him were educated to the system.
That's what a lot of people
like
are asking.
Run.
And that whole heap of people are asked. Because a high profile, high value artist like that, I get caught up in things like them.
But my face, I want you to know talk on about it, you know, we could do one thing by himself, you know. That again, you come across that type of youth where you may have a manager, some people educated, but then he push them aside and go around doing one thing privately. Them can't go help him and
if him still doing one thing.
Advice. Yeah, let me think.
If him still doing one thing, yeah, them can't save him. But him have to just wise up and know that this is his career, you know what I'm saying? And he fought a lot of years for this and worked hard for it. So why come here, come throw it away? Why blind up yourself like that?
I feel some youth don't really want good for themselves, honestly. I know you attack and me attack. Because some youth now don't really want good for themselves. But when they get good for themselves, they don't really want it. They want to go back with my comfort and so the comfort zone. Feeling that it is toxic, problematic.
You feel so?
Life. Then yes, man. Some people stay. Some me have friends where them pay rents overseas and they can live nice. And they start staying in a Jamaica, born with them camera foreign. They don't want to go to school and they love the old dirty croft life. Some people just like that and they come for a zone.
Some people.
Some
people, but I don't think Chronic Law one of them kind of people. Maybe him not. Maybe him not move too bright, but I don't think him one of them people. Because he would not have aspired for all this, worked so hard and achieved all this, and then just dash away when you reach a person.
I watch the SouFLo. I feel that everybody have the same level of IQ, eh?
That's true.
But I believe that everybody, so if you can look and see one and say white and blue, you can learn. Information that's for everybody. Some youth, they must need they must care about being educated about how the system run, how the world run. They must not be a caveman.
And just do them thing.
Why, isn't it? And that's not good because in the society, you're far behind when unaware of the world consist of. You know what I mean?
Donna said no on the Pana hillside no more with the mosquito them where I'm best where I'm best friend. I think that's Chronic Law's biggest song to this day. Rather the Pana hillside when nobody not there for talk to. That's
some facts, you know. And more facts for time.
What?
Suppose you find yourself singing violent music and singing like music about popping pills and negative music about degrading the woman, the black woman, them. You feel that if you come to a test where them find out that if I stop, put on the music on the road, it will clean up the black community. If you say you don't agree with stopping the music, we like the music, you agree, so like, yeah man, go on, talk about the music, man. We listen to some conscious music alone. Are you a person who would say, yeah, you agree to take man for the streets?
Watch my answer very carefully because we've had this topic before. Interesting question too. So, I am very aware of the power of music. I am very aware that there are a lot of people who they tend to live out the lyrics. You know, like I've said this before when we had this discussion before. May I listen to gun song from, I guess because I grew up in a house where those things I couldn't listen to. I wasn't allowed to listen to secular music, period. It was only radio playing in my house. And if the radio never tell the news or did I play a cricket or sports on it, my grandfather turned off all the radio too. So we never have radio or TV or nothing like that because they didn't want outside influence. And like so we couldn't get one. And when we finally got a TV, they would limit it to you watching only one show. For about the show, they last for about 1 hour, and then them turn off the TV too. So coming from that guarded, I had an insatiable appetite to come. Me used to go visit my auntie them. We live in our next part of Jamaica. Me did there out a Christian in the town, and me hear a truck or a car or something that play. You know them kind of song there. Stone, they on my body head, and if a girl want to tell her to come in on my bed, and I'm like, yo, I want that to want to hear more of that, you know, because I'm not able to hear it at home. Now, over the years of me consuming them type of material, some of it did influence me. Beanie Man. Some man feel have enough girl and girl in a bungle. This is when we grew up. This is when we were coming of age. Me start to have enough girl and girl in a bungle, you know what I say? Them thing they did, but the gunman song, them never made me go pick up a gun and want to be gunman and do gunman things. There was a time though when me tell us that me didn't want to be one contract killer. And I'm thinking maybe it had something to do with the heavy consumption of all those gun songs. Beanie Man again with another gun song. And me not listen to this song from back in them days there, and the words are still in my head. Some man a bad man, wicked man, no take man for toy. With me Glock in my hand, mark, kill and destroy. Me murder your mama, make your papa start cry. Brother, you hear the words? Me murder your mama, make your papa start cry, no? I say, yo, man, man, a wicked man, and you know, brass when me first get, and then now me think about the brother, me get my first gun when me at 14. I mean, I carry gun from me at 14 till now. But me never robbed nobody with no gun, and I've never committed any crimes with it. I just had it to protect myself all along. However, I was influenced, but me never get influenced to the point where it carry me go way in a something when me couldn't get back out of. So
because you're part of the 1%.
Right. So to answer your question, I am very conscious of what it could do, and I'm also very conscious of how they use it to influence our population as well. Do I think if them stop the music there completely, ban it, lock it off, that we're going to see this change? That over time we would. I think over time we would, but
quickly.
But it wouldn't be an instant change because people are going to secretly still make that music there, and they will secretly still listen to what they have already, or people will think of ways to write them own and you know, repeat it to themselves. Because all the music is a chant, you know, and a chant is like incantation. It's like you're casting a spell. You know what I'm saying? Especially the chorus of a song. It's like you're casting a spell. They know this.
The right word.
Why do you think that most of these record executives make sure that, first of all, they're non-black, and then they make sure say
the music keep playing?
That it keep playing and it keep promoted, but none of them artists, nobody who look like them can't do that kind of music. And sing songs about their women, their children, or themselves. You can't. If you white, you are not allowed to sing no songs about calling white women bitches and hoes. You're not allowed to sing no songs about all the stuff that we glorify and sing about and scamming and spend that shit and all this stuff. They know the power of it. That's why they don't allow. It's not that they don't have white artists that can do those kind of music or wants to, because they sure as hell do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they won't allow them to do it. They won't give them no record deal. They won't fund them. They won't promote them.
Because government has shut it down, you.
They will even stifle them so they don't get nowhere until them change the context of their music. But for we, they make sure say, oh yes, that one's a big destroyer right there. We need to let that one out today.
Yeah, they have us right where they want us.
Yeah,
you know
so
what I mean?
I'm very consciously aware, brother. I'm very consciously aware. Yeah. And that's why Cartel say him done the gun song. You know, you hear him say him done the gun song.
I hear him. But on the gun song doing it. When you talk about popping pills, and you talk about disrespecting the black girls, and every girl that done dog shit. Me, you tell the truth, SouFLo, although we have Cartel, and I have buy a Cartel sing some song where rude and this woman them somewhere in an argument. Yes, sir, you know some, yes, sir, see? But the youth them nowadays they boss and cartel out. So I was looking to me here.
Yeah.
I have to be batty man. I can't straighten this woman them sir. But can't, it's like I'm here man some you know them name enough from something and a little for them to know them name. For them say this woman them man in we call it conflicts of body water. And we just a decent youth. But call like the people who sing them song there. But sorry. How the fuck if your sister and mother and cousin and daughter and you agree with them is sitting there out? And how you not be a batty man? How if you love woman and talk down for woman, sir? I can't do it, sir.
But you know, but here what. In the sense of in the same time you are saying that, right? No one point something out to you. In the same time that you are saying that, pay attention to this. There is a whole generation of women, females, girls out here who identify with and want to be addressed in that manner.
But I say something to you.
Remember, I know life imitates art as much as art imitates life. See, so a lot of the youth them where them a sing say and I make that up, you know, or where them a sit in a them environment, you know, and where them a experience them put it in a song. You understand? So these things already exist. So we can't really say blame the youth for make that song there, because most of the time I must speak theme reality. If I talk about whoring girl where mockers and she got through 5 men in a one night, you have woman out there who will proudly tell you, say, yes, me are mockers. Me are mockers.
It come from some of those SouFLo.
It come from somewhere, but I don't think it came from music. I think it come
from the same music.
No, and that's where we are gonna disagree. I don't think it come from the music. I think the music highlights it, but I don't think it comes from the music. I don't think any social issues. I don't think any social issues come from music. I don't think no artist get up and sing something and that. I think the artist is a part of society and is experiencing what is happening and put it in our song, and the song might help to popularize it, but I don't think the song started.
Okay, well it's not, you're right. But what happened now, the music put it in a way of like sex spell upon the people. It's like the devil. It's like the devil
popularize
out a signal. Say this is good, and it's reach everybody now. So even we start some a fraction of people have it. When you promote it in a way, in a musical way, if it sounds sweet, it's like you spread the disease. So you might have 1 or 2 girls, 1% in another region that will like them thing there.
But once you put in a music,
famous artists,
yes.
See? When you put in the music with famous artists, with them smiling like with them face and them as some role model of you have some way, and your music sound good, you are spread the disease. The little girl is
I can't disagree with that.
School, they might dance some bus and
that's factual.
Woman, I got them want to be.
Yeah, we can't disagree, bro. You're right.
With this, with that.
Yeah.
You see me?
Yeah, they make it trendy. So when an artist do it now, what the artist does and is guilty of is taking that and making it something that is fashionable and trendy. Because once it becomes fashionable and trendy now, all of the youngsters them want to do it, right?
The white man proud of them youth.
Yeah, true, man.
But look at come on one day. I'm here more if I play some of the music in the house. If I on our phone, the angle come up in the youth.
It just vex your spirit, not true.
I say turn on the music in the house. You don't want to live anger in my when I hear that playing in my house. I don't want to see them. I don't want disease in my house somewhere. And you see me, you see anyhow, I hear upon news say, attention, all rap, R&B and dancehall, I'm going to be pulled from the thing there. Make good. Anyway, big up yourself and go and listen.
All right, brother, manners and respect.
Yeah.
Yo, the brother said, any day get up on here, say, rap and them sitting there get pulled from mainstream in good. Hey, what he said was very valuable, very real. the artist, I'm saying I don't agree that the artist is to be blamed 100% for it, but the part where you can share the blame is you find out about it and you popularized it. You used your platform, you used your fame, and you used your influence and you popularized it. So now you are a part of the machine that is spreading this thing that you can call a disease. You know what I mean? Yeah. Boy. So back to chronic law now. Let's finish up the chronic law part. The caller who was calling before, please call back. I don't want you to say, if you can, please call back. I don't want you to miss your turn. All right, but Maverick be in a good groove just now. I didn't want to lose a conversation. That was a very important piece of conversation that was happening just now. And remember this, and that's why I'm glad I'm not no bandwagonist. Before Vybz Kartel come out of prison and say him done the gun song and he won't be writing anymore. The man said, of course, if he's traveling and he's doing catalog, which he's going to be booked for, then he will perform from the catalog. But as far as him putting out new gun songs and carrying that on, he's not doing any more of those, right? I remember one time I said to this audience, this was a couple of years now, and I lost a lot of people who used to follow it closer for this, because we used to do dancehall music reviews all the time. And I said, you know what? The murder rate too high in Jamaica this year. Me done do gun song. Me not review no more gun song. I've been said that. Me not reviewing no more gun songs because I feel like we are making a soundtrack to our own demise. And it's like, especially when I sat through the trial of the Klansman One Dan gang trial and certain things that were revealed in court through that trial. Like one time them say, yo, the Dan them are black man, them say black man used to say, where murder rates are this month? And them tell him, say, yo, I must be have a place lock. Cause them have way more murder than we. And the man said, turn up a blood clot scheme. Them can't headline or can't have more murder than we. And I'm like, what the like, do you really have people that are in the country that's looking at the murder rate and I said, no, we need to murder more people than over there. So and then I see it play out in the music, and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing no more review of no more gun song. If we're not clashing, and we are to clash, and I explained to my audience, and I said, clash is kind of like we listening to battle rap. I grew up in the US, so battle rap has been a part of my thing just as much as dancehall is. Now, if you listen to a battle rap session, anything goes. So I see him when we look on clashing. But if it's not in the context of lyrical showdown, clash, war, anything goes. And people just putting out this kind of music and murder, kill, slap, where boy face, brains fly upon wall, just as regular something, me no want no more right. And I even said, I'm looking for music to review. But for a long time coming out of Jamaica was just every new artist will come out was a gunman. And him carry him big gun and him slap it in a boy face and him marrow fly gone up in the sky with the pigeon and him hood gone down in a gal throat. I was like, can we get something different? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. What going?
Yeah, man, you hear me?
Yeah, man, loud and clear.
Okay, so according to what we talk about now.
Well, hold on. Not so loud and clear. You sound like you have it on speaker or Bluetooth, which make you sound muffled. So
okay.
Wherever you have it on, you have to take away for that.
Yeah, hear me now?
If it's speaker or Bluetooth, take us off of it, and then you will
yeah,
sound clear.
We're not on the speaker on the Bluetooth right now.
All right, it sound better.
Yeah, so according to what we are talking about now about the influence of music and these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
One time, we were on the city bus in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I come from night school, and I listen to my iPod and listen some music and thing. A situation occurred on the bus where some boy come from the bus and with now an era where they man rob people and take people phone and them iPod or whatever you have.
Mm-hmm.
This was probably back in about 2000 and about 8, 9. So the two of them come on the bus and I listen to some. I've got to start telling my artists, but at the time I did some mobile playing on the iPad. And the song, I'm gonna forget the song where I said, when we go about the gun bus last night, think of past night, infrared panic, interpreted last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the youth I look for me, but my new friend a plan to rob me, I see it and I know. So I don't really think that the music influenced me, but it reminded me, say, me is from a bad man culture.
Same.
So, but it kind of influenced me, but it really influenced me to say, okay, make me go do something to them, but remind me, say, yo, I can't make them boy rap me, you know.
Yeah, so you're not soft out.
Yeah, so in Pine for me, and he touch friend of Pine for me, then look around and look for me, and then me, now, I look back on the youth, and then I see youth that keep on and look for me, and then me, I tell myself, say, why did someone look for me, so? So I bring this there, and I start, me look away from him. And I can feel him still look for me. So in my mind, I tell myself, all right, you know what, I'm going to look back on the youth and I'm going to just keep looking for him and say, if he's not going to stop looking for me. So I look back on him now, I start looking for him straight for about 15 seconds straight. I'm saying, look for me and he not stop. So I realize, okay,
something not going
I really mean my look for him.
Same.
And I'm really a plan for rap me. So, because I see enough people get rap off I city bus with them phone and them iPad and them thing there. So I say, all right, I'm me my plan for rap. So I just take out the iPad out of my ears, the earbuds. Now the buds are card me there one time, the wire. Take it out of my ears, wrap it up around my iPad, put my phone in my pocket, tighten on my belt for my pants. And I say, you know what? My mind tell me, say, you see, if you allow them boy, if you attack me first, they're going to have a harder fight. So I mean, if you attack them, before they attack me, when I come out for a bus. So I get up and I walk over there to you. I get mad, I get angry at myself, because I know it's straight and forward, say, I rob my plan for rob me.
So it's song what? Give you motivation to go fight for yourself?
I don't know if I really sang them. I think that the situation about the song initially, remember I listened to the song and the song initially tell me, say, yo, them boy, I think, because them have the image, them have the look, you know how some Miami goons look one time, them have on them scully and gold and them mouth and them pants drop below them waist and them attitude, expression, you know what I say?
Yeah.
So I say, all right, I say, them boy must feel so myself, that true, me look regular. You have to call me pretty boy.
Same.
So me look regular now, so I say, all right, I can't make them boy rob myself. I attack me first, because if they attack me first, I know say fight I go hard, because I'm going to feel like I'm afraid of them. So I go over there and the boy sit down and I pat me in the face and I say, me start getting mad. I start saying, yo, pussy hole, bumbo hole. I say, yo, you're a batty man, dog. I say, yo, dog, what the fuck you look for me for, dog? I say, yo, the fuck man, virgin. And I start, I have my hand in my face, like I have my hand in my face with my gun finger. And I fight and I say, yo, batty man. I say, yo, I start do that.
Yeah.
Him virgin was sit inside and him just tuck his head between his lap. Like just hold on his head.
Like you know,
and everyone when I deal with him, touching friend on his shoulder and say, hey, you know this nigga fool. He dog him virgin not to look for me, virgin just hold on his head and shake it and I said, no. And me did them mad and me still like me I go off and me I say, yo dog, you fuck man virgin. Me say, yo dog, where look for me for dog. At the same time, I come out this was the stop right side of Walmart and 199.
Yeah.
So the Walmart over there, so the Cloverleaf and Park Plaza on the other side.
Same.
You see me? So my stop was right up on 441. I come off of this stop here. As soon as I come off in a handcuff.
In a handcuff?
I come off in a handcuff.
Wait, then call police for you?
The crazy thing what happened was, me did I got Norland High at the time. And some boy from Norland High, they get arrested right there upon spot, like about 5 of them. Get arrested. I don't remember what them do. They must say, do something at the rob. I don't know if them got rob somewhere, then go keep some things from Walmart. But it happened that police was right there at the stop. So it's like when me mad, it's like my black out on the bus when me I deal with boy them. I mean, I have to realize people up on the bus are telling me, say, yo, if you calm down, if you stop and this and that is like, makes my mind just go blank. Me not see nobody.
So them call police for you.
I just see you, brother, so me I deal with. But the police did the on the spot already because myself 5 you they already get arrested on the grass.
Okay.
And that's time so I come off and the police them arrest me up on the ground and say ask me say yo, start asking me say yo, what up on the bus? Why may I be erratic and I cause public disturbance?
Call them call the police and tell the police, bro. Them tell the police that you are on the bus acting erratic and behaving a certain way. That's why them take you. That's why them arrest you as soon as police wasn't on the bus, right?
No, there was on the bus. As soon as you walk to the door.
Bus, unless somebody tell them.
Yeah, somebody tell them. You know, somebody tell them. Somebody tell them because as I say, I was there for a little while. Steaming. With the youth, them as I say, police them start asking me say, yo, what happened and why me I behave like that? So I tell the police them say, yo, these two guys come on the bus and them are plan, them you know they're speculating to rob me. And them I say, how me know that? Me say because you know I'm there with my iPad. And they came on the bus, and him and his friends started to point at me, and he just keep staring at me. Even when I stop looking at them, they just keep staring at me.
Yeah.
So the police them now ask me where I come from. So I tell them I come from night school because I was doing night school at the moment at Carroll City High. So them search my bag and say if them find any weapon for me, them are gonna take me in. And then
no weapon
for me. So it was a couple of police. One of them that some of them that mean and some of them act like them at work, and one of them act like him at work with me.
So you're the music we're talking about, you know, and the influence of the music. So you make your point, don't?
Yeah, man.
All right, brother.
Yeah, man. So I don't miraculous, so I don't go on.
All right, manners.
Yeah, sorry for dry thoughts.
No, man, you're good.
All right, bless you.
All right. Yeah, because we have missed calls and other people are calling. Once you start talking in our circle, I'll lock you off. But no disrespect still, just we have to monitor the thing so everybody else get their chance to call in as well. Why do Jamaicans do that? You're in the US, right? And you see them something here, them whole heap of gun something here. Especially in the state of Florida, nobody don't have them like Yankee. The Yankee picked them up them here, whole heap, and then walk with them everywhere. And what I notice about Jamaicans, we always think that if we start to say, "Hey, pussy, I want a blood clot," and that people are gonna be scared of us, right? Then back in the day, but that don't work no more, no. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, my brother.
Go on, King.
Yeah, man, I go and blaze out one quality after, you know?
Yeah, see it there.
So I say, we are talking about the music and how music influential.
Yeah, before we do that though, you hear the update with your brother, yeah.
Yeah, man, yeah. But I listen to this, man, it even make no sense. It didn't sound right.
All right.
Honestly, that don't sound right, man. Me area I come from, I don't know where you get it from, but me still know that does not sound right to me, brother.
All right.
That not even when one man is saying guilty, maybe 1 in 100 times because I watch be a criminal thing.
See it.
I mean now hear nobody say I am a danger to society.
To outside.
Me now hear they say guilty.
May I tell you who
but they not say I'm a danger. So that not sound right. But anyway, as the music really, brother, if you want me get cross and angry right now and just mad at the world, because we live in a fucked up world, pardon my French.
See it.
Let me listen to some of them sizzler there where they burn out injustice and burn out something while go on. Brother, them thing they make me dark. Because when you look and see say, them thing they are going right now. Brother, see it
so when you hear
it's like right now me about a split, me can't even listen to it right now. I have to listen to it when I'm happy.
See it.
So me just take it for what it is as music.
See it.
But me them mix the words them one certain kind of way. Make me get dark.
But
music very powerful and very influential. I mean, nobody tell you different.
Indeed. Absolutely.
Listen, well, anyway, me and I chat.
All right,
I'm not going to burn one, so big up on yourself.
All right, manners and respect.
Manners.
All right, 5 up, check in. So just so everybody know where we get this from, this is from Nationwide News. Nationwide News is the one that printed all of this. The part that said that I don't know if it is nationwide that put this in there or if this is how it went. It said, remember, I know, I always cite my sources or not afraid to cite my sources. A federal court in the United States has ordered Dancehall entertainer Chronic Law to remain in custody until his trial after agreeing with prosecutors that he is a danger to the community and a flight risk. I could see his attorney saying, well, I'm telling you, he won't be a flight risk, but if you guys see him as that, then maybe, you know, you have reason to, because he is a citizen of another country and he has travel documents, so he could very well up and leave, right? Nothing to stop him. Classify him as a flight risk, cool. But to say that he agreed with prosecution that he is a danger to the community, I think that's a far stretch. The baddest a bad man me know never go to court or tell them about. I agree with you. I'm a danger to the community. I agree. So that don't make no sense. That's all right to me, right? So whoever the journalist is that put this together, it kind of make me question all the other information that is in here as well. But at this way, I have to go off as the most credible. You know, some people try to word things some other way and end up saying too much when never go so instead of, and I take that with a grain of salt too. All of you need psychological help. Well, the phone lines are open, you know. You could, Crystal G, feel free to call in. We don't understand what you just said. All of you need psychological help. What happens to presence of mind? That is so broad. Like, we don't understand what that means. Bob says, man, listen, a negative vibration and decide to swallow up the sun and dark up the whole place. We must counteract the negative frequencies. You might know, but a lot of music we listen to isn't good. Yeah, I don't think the world will exist like that where everything is all positive either. You know, that's why the Chinese them have yin and yang. I mean, the world balance is what's required. Balance. Anything, too much of anything no good for you. Because you see some people go claim say them do too much of good and end up becoming fanatics to the point where for them good drive them into like them turning as somebody where want to take everybody to heaven with them. Right? And then next thing you know, them start mix potions and say, we are going to pray to the Lord tonight. And I had this vision and God is going to open up and the 7 seals and release this and send this for us. And we're going up into the chariot tonight. Everybody drink this and 50 people dead in a one room. Because them drink the whole of the poison. Like nothing in overconsumption is good for you. All of the things that were even really good for you, you have to take it in moderation too. So, me live life like that. Little bit of badness, yeah, so. Little bit of good, yeah, so. Whole heap of good, yeah, so. You know what I mean? Little bit of badness, there's a little bit of regular, there's some good, yeah, so. And mix it up like that, and you'll be all right. I don't feel the need to overly do anything. Hear them have him pan call saying he's planning on fleeing to Jamaica. Here, so them having pan. Yeah, they say he's a flight risk. It says it right here. So them a hold on pan him because until his trial. Nothing about the Jerry and Big Mama say over nationwide, no credible. Millicent. Nothing over there, no credible of blows. That's correct. Me not gonna lie. Nationwide need to fix up because I know the first time, but one thing I will say is I've taken stories from them before where them break the story early and then it turned out later on, the Star, Gleaner, Loop, when Loop used to debut, all the rest of them had to fall in line and follow and carry the same story because I exactly saw the story did go. Now, there are times where Nationwide make blunders. And the reason I keep going back is because they do correct their blunders. You know what I mean? That's why me, myself, like to tell everybody where we're getting the info from, just so them not go talk about, yo, I SouFLo, I emo time here, that said them something there, you know. And we have a base. See? We have a base. Not dirty Jerry. I see where Mr. Vegas did send me on my fly batty subscriber them. Boy, anyone with a passport and resources is a flight risk. Absolutely. So nothing wrong about that, the flight risk part. The only part I disagree with is I don't think he went in there and agreed with prosecutors that he is a danger to the community. I can't imagine him being in there saying, I agree. I'm a danger to the community. Keep me inside. That don't make no sense. You know? Nationwide could have survived. Couldn't survive. Then would I kill them with lawsuit? But I've seen American entities do the same thing. You just have to be willing to correct your story. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, my brother.
Manners and respect, King. What go on?
There, man, I'm going to listen and I follow the story still.
Say it.
Say you, me, I say no. In a law boss case, he rang to do the application. See? As a foreigner, in a law boss case, he rang to do the application.
Him wrong.
Yeah, for go in a gun store
If it
as a foreigner,
if not,
I go buy a gun.
If not,
if I saw it, yeah. All right, yeah. If I saw it,
I think nothing goes so.
If I saw it, it rang for that. If I never saw it go, a conspiracy. As them I try to dry him out.
Yeah.
See?
Me I think I saw it.
All right. That's said and done. For the music as an influence on the culture, and the culture come first.
See.
You see me? We did a fight. We did a fight oppression from before the music.
See.
So if it play out in the music right now, so sad and so sorry, but I saw it in go for a long time.
So yeah, sir. In other words, then, are the things them were happening already in our society and make it into the music. It's not the music being created, putting these things into society.
Exactly.
Then that me exactly. Come on. That me I said to. I saw me see it too.
Because if them look upon it, you know, when we listen good clean Caribbean music and a scare and love and heal the world and all these things, see I got a man lady that go on with them with them piece of fuck it look.
I look on good Bob Marley will come sing about beer upliftment and a gunshot Bob Marley pick up, you know.
All right.
Peter Tosh, a gunshot Peter Tosh pick up, you know. Rita Marley get gunshot, you know. I'm if you tell
the world, I help people and pick up 6.
Oh my God.
You see me? So therefore me not pay nothing the road.
Seeing.
Yeah. You see? So when them look at juvenile I talk about I see you, I'll be back. Yeah, you not get that chance in my you. You see me?
Me like I tell the brother we call in earlier, we say how him they go on the bus when they were him thinking did I try rob him? Me I say don't do that again here because them youth here will kill you right which part you stand up. If you're gonna try intimidate them. Cause me tell me story already, you know. My story them always the same cause my real life story them. One time they first come up foreigner. I think I had been in America about 2-3 years from this. So me a picnic, I go to junior high school. And a Yankee youth, them we used to shake down everybody at daytime, search people pocket, take away your lunch money and stuff. Me tell one of them one day, say, me show him gun finger, and me say, boy, me shot you, you know. Same way me say it, you know, in Jamaican accent, because me never really have no American accent by them time. So me say, boy, me shot you, you know. Brother, a school me used to eat breakfast at morning time. And me never forget, is a cornflakes, Tony the Tiger, cornflakes cereal me open. And me hear something clicking at the back of my head in the cafeteria at the school. You see when me turn around and look, me looking at a revolver. And the brother said, and the little picnic like myself, cause whole away I did picnic at the time, but he said, you gonna shoot me, nigga? Shoot me, nigga. And the man having gun pressed for me, you know, like it had touched me head, you know, like, and me turn back around, and me must say about every prayer when me ever know to say. and everything.
Yeah.
All him have to do is even if he accidentally squeeze the trigger, he might blow up my
Yeah,
brains.
it done.
See, me never get up and run or nothing. Me don't know what come over me, but me just turn back around. And he must say, you gonna shoot me, nigga, but he just walk off. Yeah, so you have to be careful out here too. You know, when you do that loud up something that think people will afraid of you because your Jamaican accent, that no work again.
Let me tell you something, man. You see, in this day and times, no type of talking not do it.
Yeah.
No type of talking not do it. You see, all of them white boy with them when man I say, oh yeah, make we stand up for yourself and do this and do that and make we draw the machine upon them. Yo, if you're ever going after them locker, if you're ever going after them gun locker, you see artillery, man. It's not that them short tight.
Right. Right. But it's a gun place, man. Everybody have guns, so you have to be careful too, because man, we don't shoot for no reason, you know. Them might have steer upon you and you might feel like they steer too much, so you go confront them now because you think they were gonna rob you, and next thing them just shot you just because you're there in them space now and confront them. So it's something you have to be careful about, you know. Me I watch them back, but me I go about my business. Me not run up in a no man face and talk about, oh, you looking at me like that for me. No, I'm going about my business.
It's the first thing, me are one of them youth there. Where me get the most dangerous when me get quiet. Cause me not set up myself for no court case, my youth.
Say. But we just have to
so anytime you see me get quiet, yeah, just step on guard, cause it a forward.
Yeah, we just have to move wisely in these times, you know, survive life intelligently. Move wise. That is that. That is that. All right, sir.
I go and drink water and mind my business.
You see it. Manners and respect.
Bless up, man.
Bless up.
Yeah.
All right. Rasta youth. Talk the truth. The court agreed with prosecutor that he's a danger and a flight risk. He did not agree that he was. It was just poorly written. And Lincoln, that is exactly what I said. I said it can't be him because I've never known anybody to. So the journalist who put this together is the one that needs to check themselves. We got through that already. We said that already. You turn fool, you must want to piss up yourself, LOL, when you... Anyway, as Jamaican, we believe so we're weak if we don't act like we're a bad man. Wrong place to do it. Wrong place to do it. Anyway, enough about Chronic Law. The brother in dire straits. He has been transferred from Florida to Georgia, which is what I have here. And then they are going to keep him locked up until his court date, until his trial begins. We have not been given a trial date. It says that the feds have now expanded on the incident. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, family.
Good morning.
Go on.
All right. I don't think you would necessarily think smoke some white lady. Take some white lady mix up in some greeners.
We don't think so neither.
I didn't take the lean one or then something that they.
We don't think so neither.
Eh?
We don't think so either. We just think
I don't think you would have said that.
No, man, the journalists will write it, man. And the journalists will write it right
so with check the journalists from what they know, some wordings what they put out.
Right.
Make you look like you're a fool like them.
Right.
Because when you start questioning, the Prime Minister go on TV and he said, oh no, only if you listen to this, take information from them. So all these journalists them to Jamaica gone, honestly, I don't see nobody doing good journalism work. Only 1%. So, I mean, it's bad. But on the other hand, your music, the question I want to ask you. I heard somebody spoke about Cartel album not doing good in sale, flop, something like that. Me asking you, what is going on in his domain right there, because I know you would know.
Okay, so I'm not gonna break this topic for talk about that because it's not anything goes, but I'll address that at another time. But I don't think the album flopped. I don't think in sales.
All right, that's your opinion.
In sales. Well, the numbers are out there. So in sales, I don't think the album flopped. It depends on different charts. I do different things. So in different areas, like different countries and whatnot.
Okay.
So,
okay. Me here, so me ask you, and me not definitely seem like that.
Yeah.
So me definitely have to ask who knows and understand how this part goes.
The way I look on that is like this. The same people them where would I say the man album flop, he's probably getting more money on social media than anything else. Just off TikTok and YouTube.
Oh, he does TikTok?
Yes, just off TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram alone. That brother,
that's why the man call him Brief Man.
He's probably making more money off of those than anything else right now. I mean, I talk about a whole heap of money off of them.
Yes, it would be so if he money.
I'm not going to talk about man album flop when my life flop, yeah, man. I try to look for make my life not flop.
Well, I have to say you don't talk about anybody else. I'm going details, so that's why I still ask you. But yes, do what them have to do, and if I'm making money, you have to make yours, so because you make your money, me have to make for me too. So we just have to do what we have to do. And going, you got a balance on the earth. Night, day, good, bad. What they say? Devil and God. Yes. So just a balance in the universe.
Same.
Yeah, all right.
Same. All right, family. Me not to know that last part that it's about. we are gonna roll with it anyway. Call us stay on topic. Call us start talking and then go about 10 different places. That's not what we are talking about. So let's finish up the Chronicle stuff and then we go into our next topic. So according to court documents, FBI special agent Special Agent Andrew Nelson is the officer on record for this latest arrest. This Special Agent Andrew Nelson, you must not be watching the show. FBI Special Agent Andrew Nelson is the officer who is on record for this latest Chronicle arrest. Special Agent Nelson is assigned to the Miami-Dade County Safe Street and Violent Gang Task Force. In January, Chronicle was detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. He was later released. That was in January. But the circumstances of the detention were never made public either. The July arrest stems from a November 2015 arrest. So the third time I'm gone in custody. November in Georgia, then January by ICE, and then now again and gone back there so again. So the July arrest stems from the November arrest incident in which Chronicle was charged in Turner County in Georgia. Initially, reports were swirling that the driving incident involved firearms. However, when News Media Center contacted Turner County Sheriff, they said that Chronicle was indeed arrested, but only for speeding and for trying to evade the police, and there was no gun involved in that one. The feds have now expanded on that incident to claim that the entertainer was in possession of 4 firearms. They also revealed that, they also revealed that Chronicle was charged with receiving stolen property in relation to the gun that was reported stolen in Florida that they caught him with in Georgia. The feds say that in February of 2026 interview, Chronicle admitted that the firearms belonged to him. And according to the unsealed criminal complaint, Chronicle said that the guns were used in music videos. That was his excuse in the unsealed document, that these guns were used for music video purposes. Most of them have prop guns, right? According to the document, a Glock pistol, a Smith & Wesson pistol, a Smith & Wesson M&P 5.7 pistol, a Premier firearm PF-15 223/556 rifle, and a total of 92 rounds of ammunition and 5 magazines were found in that car. A statement from Chronic Law's manager, Alexandre Jones, otherwise known as Bashi, widely reported in the media, acknowledges that his client's arrest did happen, and Jones said that there will be no further comments to the matter because the matter is before the courts. Now, despite Chronic Law's assertion of being targeted, it seems that the feds have been building their case since the very first arrest in Georgia back in November of last year. The feds say checks have been revealed that the Smith & Wesson, which was discovered in the car, was stolen in Florida. According to the feds, a gun, which appears to be a Smith & Wesson, is in the music video for Chronic Law's song titled Rich in a Foreign. So what did I say before? I said they're definitely going to go through all your videos and all of that, especially when your video them look like this, with a whole heap of gun like them here, in your video them are going to go through them here. They're going to sit and they're going to suss out the whole of your video and watch everybody in the video closely and all those guns closely. According to the feds, one of the gun, the Smith & Wesson, is in the music video for Chronic Law's song titled Rich in a Foreign. The feds say that the rifle also seems to have made an appearance in the music video for Chronic Law's song No Check. So I never did a lie then. The gun them did the gun them on tour, daddy. The gun them are celebrity guns, them are the music videos and all these things. How with the blood? Listen up. According to the feds, the Smith & Wesson appeared in the music video for Chronic Law's song titled Rich in a Foreign, and the feds say that the rifle also seems to have an appearance in the music video for Chronic Law's song No Check. That is 2 different guns. Chronic Law has been charged with possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. That charge carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. It should be noted, though, that Chronic Law has a legal status to live and work in the United States of America. So he is not an illegal alien, and he is not out of status either. Them say he has legal status to live and work in the U.S. And probably depend on one of them special visa there. The feds say that Chronic Law was issued with a O-1B non-immigrant visa on May of 2025, which expires in May of 2027. So that is his his immigration status here. For all of you who are saying him illegal in the country and all these things, I know for a fact that he's not a green card holder, which I've said, and I know for a fact that he's not a passport holder and is not a citizen, which I have said. And I've also said, warning to everybody else, if you're not a green card holder and if you are not a blue book holder, citizen or permanent resident, you are considered a prohibited person, meaning you should not have a gun in your possession. Now they reveal that he has a O-1B non-immigrant visa that was issued to him May of 2025, and it expires May of 2027. So he has legal grounds, legal status to live and work in the US. The O-1B visa allows elite creatives to live and work in the United States of America. However, the feds note that individuals with that visa, they need to apply for what is called special consideration paperwork in order to receive a firearm permit, which would allow them then to carry a firearm. The authorities says that Chronic Law does not possess such paperwork, and therefore he has illegal possession of the firearm. If found guilty, Chronic Law's ability to live and work in the United States of America could be revoked, and he would immediately be deported. His next court appearance has not yet been scheduled. All they said was they are going to keep him in custody until his trial begins, which means they intend to go to trial over this, unless him strike a deal behind the scenes and it work out to where, however it work out. See? So that's the ending part of what I go on with dancehall artist Chronic Law. Now, with that said, I think we've exhausted the Chronic Law topic, and I think it's time to move on to another one. And the next one that I would like to talk about a bit is the British Jamaican actor Micheal Ward. The Top Boy actor Micheal Ward. I don't know if y'all ever saw Top Boy. Have y'all seen Top Boy? If you haven't seen Top Boy, y'all need to go see Top Boy. Top Boy is, I don't know, riveting, captivating. I don't know if because I did there in London for a couple of years, it kind of resonates with me even more, but it is a true depiction of certain things. So, plus he's a good actor, and not only him, but the cast members, all the others are super good actors, and they have Caribbean background to include Jamaican background as well. Most of them are a lot of other ones who were in this. Anyway, British Jamaican actor Micheal Ward has been cleared of raping a woman who had claimed that he had attacked her in the back of a car and took it. That was her official or her original claim. He attacked her in the back of a car and took it. His career went on pause until he was able to fight this case. Ward, who is 28 years old, was facing 2 charges of rape and 3 charges of sexual assault, and a jury at Snaresbrook Crown Court acquitted him on all charges on Friday. He had met the woman, who cannot be named for legal reasons. He met her at an East London nightclub on the 2nd of January 2023. He is a BAFTA award winner, who is best known for his role in a film called Blue Story and the Netflix series Top Boy. Everything we did was wholly consensual, is what he said. During the trial, Ward told the jury that he thought that they were having a great time during their encounter. The courts heard the actor, who played the gang leader Jamie in Top Boy, though the woman was very cute when he met her, and sensed that there was interest there between them. Sparks flew. There was a mutual attraction. I thought she was super cute. They were partying, decided to do some frisky stuff, go outside and get into a car. And he asked her to join him outside in the car, where there was a continuation of the flirting. I was listening to the story yesterday. According to the paperwork, it said everybody was inside the party partying. He linked up with this girl. They were having a lot of fun. Everybody was, drinking and enjoying themselves and whatever. He said, come on, let's go out to the car, because they were flirting heavy and touchy and feely with each other. So they went out to the car. He said they started making out in the car. And he was using his fingers to probe her vajayjay while they were heavy kissing and stuff in the car. She was reciprocating the energy. She was physically pulling me close. For me, that was an invitation to act, and we were both enjoying that moment, he said, adding that she never mentioned anything about wanting to leave or anything like that. So he told the jury that She seemed absolutely fine. She had a nice, engaging general conversation. Later, they exchanged messages, and he sent a smiling emoji with a heart, and she told him to enjoy the rest of his night. That is after that happened in the car. It is said that they went to another party, and she followed him there in another vehicle. So what saved him in court was they found out that they took her device and they found out that a lot of her messages were deleted, right? So the messages that would have joined the whole interaction together was spotty because only her words were there. A lot of stuff was missing. And when they recovered a lot of the stuff that was missing through digital forensics, they were able to piece it together that she was telling a lie. Like she said she was scared of him because of his size. He's tall and he was way bigger than she was. She said that he took it and then there was blood all over her clothes, and they found the same clothes that she had. There was no blood trace on the clothes that she had. The conversations they had after proved that it was all made up. It was all a lie. Long story short, his case got thrown out. The case got thrown out. He was exonerated, right? My question to all of this is this, because this brother, first of all, she messed up Top Boy, you know, because it was because of this. I think it was because of this why Top Boy was ended on Netflix, why they didn't go on with more of the series, and they would have got another part to it and another part to it. So, hey, y'all, you know, people were depending on that. I was waiting for more. But on top of that, though, I don't think he could recover. I hope he can recover, but I know how difficult it is for Black men once. Because if you notice, right, and I don't mean to draw the color card, but if you notice, Black men, first of all, let me say this. England is a whole different kettle of fish. Like, in what I experienced in the UK was like, they're so frivolous with sex. They're so frivolous with intercourse, with like, oh, I'm at a party, I'm dancing, I dance with you, we exchange a couple of words, I really like you, let's go outside in the car and do it. And like, they wild. So for those who are thinking it's far-fetched for him to say, oh, we were at a party and we were hitting it off and vibing good, and then we went outside and we were in the car and we started making out heavy and I was fingering, and then this, that, and the other led to the other, and a regular something for them is a regular something for them. Now, the part I want to talk about is this. His career mash up. He's going to have to rebuild his career. I saw him in church yesterday with his mom, or his, female from his family. I don't know if it's his mom, but I saw him in church with them, and the boy bust out a ball to rotted, you know? And I'm not going to say, oh, people run to church after them getting in trouble. Because I don't know if he used to go to church before. I didn't know that side of his life. But there was a video of him in the church yesterday crying. And somebody said, this is what it looks like when the devil sends agents to disrupt your life. And I hope that you start moving very different from now on. You have become famous, because he doesn't only act, he models as well. So his whole modeling career, his whole acting career was put on hold, right? Was put on hold. And it could have turned out the other way too. It could have turned out where he was convicted and sentenced to time and now labeled a rapist forever and will never be able to work again. But what I noticed what happens is, for Black men, when you are accused, that's all they need to end your career. Your sponsors and the people who would pay you to work on projects, as soon as you are accused, sponsors withdraw, projects canceled, Nobody wants to interview you anymore or anything like that. They're like, go work out your issues. And then you work out your issues. You found out she's lying. You've been set up. You're exonerated. And then nobody wants to talk to you still as if you were found guilty. So all it takes is an accusation, you know. All it takes is an accusation. That's it. Where's a Carissa at SouFLo, a true, England, me go learn, say women look men. It was super weird to me. Yes! That England, me go learn, say woman look man too. Because when me did there foreign, we used to have it. When me there America, we look girl. But when me reach England one day, me walk down the road, me hear, oi, psst. And then they have a lot of Jamaican mannerisms, especially in London, right? Oi, psst. I'm like, it's a girl voice. Me here, I say, oi, I don't know what oi really mean. I got to learn, of course, that's how you call people. And but them up, psst. I mean, I say, who the rest up? Girls, psst. That's a Jamaican moniker, like, psst. Me turn around, a girl call me, oi, psst. Come here, mate. Like your girl, like rope in, like come over here, so like pull up on your foot, like what's going in? What's going in? You're like, I didn't know how to take it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if you take it. Oi, mate, come here. Like what's going in? What's going in? Is that even a word? Yeah, but them look man. Them look, and them not only do they look man, them jump on the man when them ready to. Like, you know what I mean? I say, can't take me home with you. Like now. Kind of thing. Them just so rotted loose with them sex. But anyhow, back to what I say. The thing about this that bothers me though, Micheal Ward, is this. I'm glad that he's exonerated. I'm glad that it turned out to be that it's not true. Hopefully, he'll get back on track with his acting and he can go on and do. But when you see how society is set up though, a woman can just make an accusation and your career done. She doesn't have to be telling the truth. She just have to make an accusation and your career is over as a man. Because he has not worked since this went public. He has not worked. Netflix ended the series, the Top Boy series. He had no more projects on the table. It just done. Whole life put on hold because a woman make an accusation. It's kind of like, and I've said this before, there's no recourse. And I think there needs to be a recourse. I think anytime a woman tells a lie like this, and it is found that she fabricated it, I think whatever time they were going to give him, had he been convicted, that's how much time that woman should serve. Yeah, that would deter a lot of women from actually trying to do stuff like that. I the same way how them do, you know, where a woman would tell us, say, yeah, it's your child, and gaslight your ass too. I don't know why you're so insecure, and there's no trust in this relationship. And I don't think you love me because you don't even trust me. You over here, you know what? Let's go do a DNA. Since you say you want one, let's go do a DNA. But when it comes back that it's your child, I'm going to make sure I tell your child that you didn't want the child. They're wicked. So the man them say, you know what? We don't even want no DNA, babes. Me know say a for me. And if him pick me, you know, she go in her next room and go, miss that one. But she gaslight him till him think of him. Years pass. 10, 15 years of taking care of this child, work out your heart and soul, work 2 jobs when you had to all these other things. Something say, the more the picnic I grow, the more the picnic I don't look like me. Your mother start tell you, you sure I feel picnic this? Because the picnic I don't look like me, you, your daddy, your brother, your sister, nobody in this family. You sure are yours? Did you do a DNA? You said no. But me did say me want one, but I didn't. And your mother said, go do one DNA. Me know you love Sheriff, but go do a DNA. And you go do a DNA and find out it's enough for you. And now you're 15 years in. There's no recourse. You can't say, Sheriff, give me back my 15 years worth of money when me spent on this picnic that wasn't mine. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, if you leave a relationship, say you and a woman have a relationship and baby born while you were there, and you leave that relationship and you put your pan child support then, and you've been paying $500 or $1,000 a month for the last 10, 15 years, or do the maths to that, $1,000 a month for the last 15 years. Somewhere down the line, you went and did a DNA, the picnic turned 15, and you find out, say, it wasn't yours. There is no recourse for a man to say, you know what? Now I can reverse this and take her back to court and sue her and get back my 15 years worth of $1,000 a month for the last 15 years. I will heap of money that, you know, and $1,000 on the low end of child support. You know what I'm saying? You can't get back your money. So it's the same way how you can't get back your money, is the same way how Micheal Ward's career get mashed up and the girl walk free. Not even her name and her identity could be revealed. So anybody outside of this, she is still protected. Anybody outside of this doesn't know who she is. And look how she almost end the man's livelihood, his career and everything, park him up. And she still gets to be protected. She should be exposed. Her picture should be on a poster, so others could watch out for her. You know what I'm saying? He can do like the rest of them UK actors and actresses and come to the USA. The USA love to snatch up UK people in film. Not when they're black and they have these types of accusations against them, though. Not when they're black. You know, it's funny you said that just now. It's funny you said that just now, because there was a big old conversation the other day that turned into a big argument between foundational Black Americans again and British blacks. Drewski did a skit, and then, boy, they took off on them British black actors, you know. Oh, they coming over here taking our jobs, blah, blah, blah. The British black actors are methodic actors. They study down to the accent. I realized that the first time I saw one of them acting a movie, and then I saw him in an interview after. And in the interview after, he was speaking like strong British accent. And I was like, is he acting, or he's doing a good job imitating a British accent? And then the person who was interviewing him said, so tell us about, like, you know, I mean, you were born and raised in the UK, right? So tell us about, and I'm like, born and raised in the UK? I just watched him in I think it was what's the movie? The Underground Railroad something movie. Where I was, and he played like her husband or something. I was like, British? Am I British for real? He started flipping back and forth with that accent. Him fool even me. Apparently, FBA don't like it because they claim that these actors come and they do the job for way less, and they're taking their jobs. Damson Idris, you know, I think that's who it is. I think that's who it is. That's exactly who it is, Banches. British actors have language coaches who teach them how to enunciate various American dialects. Yeah, but I'm not going to dwell on the FBA stuff. I honestly think that the FBA whole movement is... I think that the FBA movement is what kind of movement now? How should I say it? Them 3-letter word people there is who put that together. I think the 3-letter word people put that together to cause more division. The FBA stuff, because FBAs are so gung-ho about all these black people from everywhere else coming here. If you notice, FBAs don't attack Caucasian foreigners. in their mind, there are no Caucasian foreigners in the United States of America. You know, it's the black immigrants from other places. That's their biggest problem. And for that reason, I think somebody put that together and fed it to them. And you know, the somebody, the three-letter word people that I don't even mention their name, because they're saying their name is a trigger. Once they hear that, they start digging, or they just lock in. You know what I'm saying? Once they hear that, they just lock in. So I don't even mention their name, but you know who I'm talking about. I think they involved with that FBA stuff. Yeah. Morning, Charla. I'm FBA and I'm proud. I'm a foundational Black African. Bob Cosmic, foundational Black African. Line of work has always been having the required within. Why haven't they inquired within? Right. I mean, I just think the actors are great. And anytime these Black British get a role, they body the role. They embody and they body the friggin' role. I don't think they just act just to act. I think they are schooled in it and they are well versed in it. That kind of thing. SouFLo, it was a guy who acted as Bob Marley. No, it wasn't the guy who acted as Bob Marley. It wasn't him, because FBA is not concerned about a Bob Marley story, my friend. It was, and he wasn't playing American. That the guy that acted as Bob Marley, he wasn't playing an American either. It was the dark-skinned brother who I just watched another movie with him the other day where he plays Bass Reeves, the cowboy. And from when he was a slave and his master realized he was a good shooter, and then he started teaching him how to kill, and he ended up using him to kill a lot of people, and then he turned into a sheriff, and he had to like go catch his own kind of people, Black people, and turn them over to that. Like, y'all go watch Bass Reeves, and you'll see the British actor I'm talking about. Damson Idris. There it goes again. Banches said the name. Charlotte is saying the name now. Right. He said something the other day which blew up and had the whole FBA community ready to slaughter him. Yeah. Look at then Black Lady from Wicked film. Look at Idris Elba. If I saw him name. Idris Elba. Nan says they're always complaining that we took their work. Why is it that they are not approaching or overlooked for the role? Not approached or overlooked for the role. I don't know. I think they are overlooked for the role because it could be a price thing. Or maybe it's just that somebody likes the way how these actors act. I mean, I don't know. David is the name. That might be him. David Oliwoyo is the name you're looking for. Let me see. David Oliwoyo. British actor David Oliwoyo. Image. No, that's not him. Oh, David. Yep, that's him. That is him. You're right. This is exactly who I'm talking about. David Oyelowo. All right, got it. Anyhow, you have to creep before you can walk. Some people are too entitled, someone says. Oh, so that's what they said about the British actors, right? I'm not going to spend any much more time on that because we have two more topics here to talk about. So what they said was the British actors are more journey actors. Like by the time they hit the United States of America, they've been in like 1,000 films. So they've had so much experience already, and they have like Broadway experience and film experience and all these other experiences, and that's why they go for them. Plus, of course, they pay them a different price point. So if we remember, the mannerisms for the Brits are completely different from the Americans, and that could be a factor. It's all acting, because an American actor can pretend to be a British person. Maybe they're easier to work with. I don't know. Maybe they're easier to work with. Maybe they're less diva-ish. Maybe they demand less, including the amount that they're paid, and they're able to do the work. Let's be honest, right? If you were going to fix your car and somebody told you down the street at one mechanic that it's going to cost you $2,500 to fix this right here, and you said, okay, let me go look around for a price point, compare prices, and you found somewhere else a half a mile from them that's willing to do the same $2,500 job with the same kind of resume that they have for $1,000, you don't think you would save yourself $1,500? You would. So in the grand scheme of things, it's all business, right? People have been outsourcing and insourcing for the longest. We bring techie from other parts of the world to come do stuff in the US. We import labor all the time, including acting. And that's just that. I don't see nothing wrong with it. They're not taking no job away from me. I wasn't aspiring to act in any of these roles. And the funny thing is, the people who are complaining, they never once wanted to be actors. So why are you mad? Did you ever go for a role and got rejected and they gave the role to a British person? No, you have never even thought about acting. So why are you mad? They're angry because they assimilated into that burning house that Martin Luther King was talking about. So they see others come and do their thing. Those alphabet people start to get up in their feelings. I would 100%. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's business. I don't know. Anyway, like track is our culture theater in British culture. All right. My son-in-law directed a few of Bass Reeves' episodes. His name is Damien Marcano, a Trini. People were not happy they used that actor to play the part. Some people were not happy. It was good. I watched it. I had no complaints. I wasn't worried about who put the film together. I was just enjoying the film. And that was that. All Black Brits are more cultured, as in their family background, so their scope on life is not encapsulated like these so-called FBAs. Before they come for us, let's switch topics. Bail extended for Frais and Jahvy ambassador. I don't know who asked me that the other day, if we didn't have any update to this. So we're going to change the background and go into our update. And our update to this story right here. So what we're looking at here is Jahvy, ambassador. Jahvy is the record producer, prominent record producer / artist manager. And then you have Frais over there, who is the podcast host for Let's Be Honest podcast series you can find on YouTube. Jahvy is represented, the last time I checked, by Peter Champagne, and Frais is represented by none other than Isaac Buchanan. These are the two guys who were involved in the Big Wall after Carnival party shooting incident where an American tourist was shot in the incident. All right. So they are saying that the bail has been extended for both. Right? Let me pull up the In the meantime, I'm doing that. I will do this right here. I'm going to send you on a commercial break, and I'm going to play Set Media's commercial one more time in here. Here it is. All right, everybody, listen. There is an exciting new social media platform out here by the name of SEP. SEP, S-E-P, stands for Sports, Entertainment, Perception. Their goal is to create a platform where everyone has an opportunity to earn money and to grow. Who doesn't want to earn money? Who doesn't want to grow? There are some exciting features. You can refer friends and you can earn tokens, and these tokens can be converted into cash. You can post interesting videos and you can receive gifts from viewers that can also be converted into cash. You can go live and you can compete with other creators for gifts and rewards. You can open your own online store and sell products on SEP Media. You can post photos, videos, stories, and do a whole lot more. You can connect with people through this all-in-one platform. It's super exciting. Now, they're currently having updates being released on both the Apple Store and the Google Play Store, with additional updates that are planned to come in the coming months. I've given you 2 download links, and those 2 download links will be attached to this video, either pinned as the links in the first comment for the comment section, or also listed in the description box of this video. Have fun. Back to our show. All right, so here we are. Hopefully y'all go check out the SEP Media something. Hold on there. The media also hire British news broadcasters. What a way your commercial break, boasting. So, all right, she could expose picture over saying beware it bites, blah, blah, blah. Nice commercial break. All right, let's get right into it. So Jahvy and Jahvy situation, right? When I know say them did I call Jahvy, which is this guy right here. Jahvy was John Wick. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, brother. What?
30 seconds. Leaving class today, I finally learned what the O1B visa is. Because many times I used to wonder, what do these artists file so they can extend their stay in America?
Okay.
So when you mentioned it this morning, I did my research, is when you're in media, arts, music, and you're top tier and you're making extraordinary amounts of money,
right,
then you can apply for that.
Yeah, we said that in the live.
Oh, I was in and out of coverage.
Right.
But if you said it, big up yourself for that.
Yeah, man.
All right.
All right. Yeah, we already covered what it is. It's for extraordinary entertainers or artists, right? Anyway, Jerome, thank you, Jerome. Thank you. So bail has been extended for Frais and Jahvy Ambassador and the Big Wall shooting. For those of you who are interested in knowing where this, because when it did happen, it was big news. But now, 9 days under rug, nothing not going. Everybody was frantic. An American got shot in the process. We were all saying this is not a good look for Jamaica, especially for a tourist who has been coming to Jamaica for a number of years now. And the tourist guy said that's exactly why he comes to Jamaica. He came to Jamaica for a carnival 1 year and decided that this will be an annual trip for him and his group of friends. And they've been coming back to Jamaica that time of the year, every single year since then for carnival. That's not the person you want to come to Jamaica to get gunshot, because they could easily say, damn, I'm never going back, and go tell the rest of the world, don't go, because you might get shot, because it's very volatile there. Instead, the guy said he will definitely be back again, because all these years he's been coming, nothing like this ever happened. He just wants the promoters of the event to be held accountable and to fix up how their security measures are put in place. He said if you pay that much money and you're in a venue enjoying yourself, you should also be safe and secured in that venue. Now, popular podcaster Frais and music producer Jahvy Ambassador, who are charged in connection with a shooting incident at the Big Wall Carnival after party in April, they are scheduled to return to gun court October 28th of 2026 for a plea and case management hearing. Frais, for those of you who don't know, is a popular podcast host. He said some things about Jahvy, and then, people took it personal, so beef started, and then they met out a road where guns were introduced. According to Frais, he was getting accosted and abused physically by members of the entourage of popular singer 450, who is this guy, Jahvy's artist, and them did beat him up. They were beating up Frais. So Frais somehow produced a gun from somewhere, and that's where the debate comes in. Was it his gun? Did he sneak a gun into the venue? Did he take the gun off of somebody? Apparently it is said that he took the gun off somebody and used it to save himself, fired shots, and then ran to the police and gave the gun to the police, for those of you who don't know the whole story. So that's what's been put out there. Now the courts will have to decide through their own investigations who is guilty and who's not guilty, who was actually defending themselves versus who blah, blah, blah. There was another person who was shot. He was in critical condition, and it is said that the person who got shot, that's the person who Frais took the gun from. That's why they started calling him John Wick, or Jay Wick, because he's like John Wick, and fight a bag of man and take with a gun from one of them and shoot him way out of the situation, etc. Both accused made their first appearance in court a few days ago, where their bail was extended. The content creator, whose real name is J.D. Richards, he's charged with wounding with intent. That's him right here. Charged with wounding with intent, shooting with intent, and possession of a prohibited weapon. Meanwhile, producer Jahvy Ambassador over here, Jahvy Ambassador, whose given name is Javel Morrison, is charged with assault, occasioning bodily harm, wounding with intent, and using a prohibited weapon to commit a felony. This guy right here, Jahvy, actually has a gun permit, legal right to carry a firearm. However, if you use your firearm in a situation where it wasn't about saving your life and you use it to abuse somebody or, commit an unlawful act, then your firearm becomes illegal. And now you are charged with what he's charged with. So the charges against the two stem from the shooting incident during the entertainment event on April 12th at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center in St. Andrew, where 3 people were actually shot. He was shot, that's Frais, was shot, and the American tourist was shot, and a member of his entourage, Jahvy's entourage, was also shot. According to the police, about 9:30 p.m., a physical altercation developed between patrons at the event. Now, the dispute reportedly escalated, leading to an exchange of gunfire between two individuals. In the aftermath, 3 people reportedly sustained gunshots, and they were transported to the hospital for treatment. Jahvy, who was said to be one of the injured, was later treated and released into police custody, while a third person had remained in the hospital. Jahvy was also locked up in jail for quite some time before he was released on bail, and so was Jahvy, locked up for a while before he too was released on bail, and that's the bail that they are on now that has been extended. The police further reported that 2 firearms were seized in connection with this incident. Morrison, who was taken into custody also, and Richards is represented by Isaac Buchanan over here and DeAndre Buchanan, while King's Counsel Peter Champagne right there is the one who is representing, along with Syed Bernard and Richard Lynch, represents Jahvy Morrison. So Jahvy have 3 lawyers and Jahvy have 2. Okay, either way, that's where it's at. So they will have to go back to court October of 2026 here. And that's the full update for them. Boy, I'm sure they're ready for this to come to an end. I'm sure they're ready for this to come to an end. One day you're just living your life, and the next day, this was such a frivolous foolishness that went on right here. Could have been avoided. And now their travel papers are taken away. They can't travel now, and both of them were able to travel before, right? And now them can't travel. They're grounded. Got to think before we act, man. I'm still saying, though, that I believe his version of the story. I believe his version of the story. And when I said I believe his version of the story, somebody said, all you vloggers stick together and you are biased because he's a vlogger too. And that's not the case. I heard out everything and I looked at everything from a different angle, and I tend to believe his side of the story. But we will see what plays out in court, because either way, I don't have a dog in this fight, right? I want the number for calling. The number to call in is 1-806-587-8953. That's 1-806-587-8953. Call in. WhatsApp is free, or just call direct. And I'll put that right there. It's in the chat. All right. Here, you're very privileged. Yes, on purpose too. Because what about me and my needs? SouFLo, what about the subscription that Jerome gave? Can I get one? Well, that's Jerome. Jerome gave out 5 subscriptions last week. No, he gave out 5 subscriptions the week before. And then he gave out 10 subscriptions last weekend, coming down to the end of the week. So he gave out 15 subscriptions. So big up to Jerome for that. I feel sorry for this Marie lady. She needs a lot of help. Her issues run deep. Yeah, all something I talk about, man. Marie is good. She'll be all right. She'll be all right. All right. That was just an update for this. So we're going to leave this right there. So bail is extended for Jahvy. They'll be back in court at the end of the year. We will see how that goes. I'm going to say this, that I can't see somebody in this situation not going to jail. Somebody have to go to prison for this. Because an American tourist was shot. And there is a gun that is involved that nobody knows where that gun comes from. So that makes that an unmarked, unregistered, illegal firearm. And then, of course, the capacity in which Jahvy's legal firearm was used. And of course, how much people get shot in the meantime. Somebody are going to go down for this. We don't know who. I've seen Jeffrey, him did look stressed out, but the situation has to play itself out, you know? YouTube randomly pick who gets the subscription. Mistress B says YouTube randomly picks. Yeah, Jerome did say that too. He said you can't pick who gets it. You can give it away as free gifts, and then YouTube just pick who them get to. Fred said, big up head boy, Jerome. Whoa, head boy. I'm sure Jerome is somewhere taking that to something else. You can only get a subscription if you're a laborite. Oh God, nobody start that in you. Big up head boy, Jerome. You know what we want to talk about next? Because you see the Prime Minister is on the cover of this, right? So there's a nice segue before we get into the last topic of the morning is going to be about the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister being put in his place. You know, before we get to that though, I want everybody to listen up because your participation is needed here. All right. Girlfriend or fiance? No. Girlfriend or fiance versus wife. You can join too. Girlfriend or fiance versus wife. Before I say what I'm about to say, let me say, over the weekend, there was a story that went viral about a woman who was set on fire by her man, who has been her man for 42 years. In the story, it said she was his girlfriend of 42 years. So I saw a lot of comments where the women, black women, because it was a black couple, black women in the comments were saying, y'all peep this? Girlfriend for 42 years. So instead of them being concerned about how badly this woman was burnt by the man that she was with, they were more concerned about the fact that she was his girlfriend for 42 years. I left a comment, and the comment gathered a whole lot of enemies or adverse reactions. So I said, a lot of you are worried that she was a girlfriend for 42 years, but in the last 10 years, you've probably been through 42 people, through 42 partners. So, I mean, what's the difference, right? It doesn't make you better because you're going to brag and say, ain't nobody having me as no damn girlfriend or fiance for no friggin' 42 years. But in 10 years, you ran through 42 people. So, whereas she's been with the same guy for 42 years, it's just tragic that he set her on fire. But maybe we should be talking about how he set her on fire instead of talking about or trying to make fun of her that she'd been a girlfriend for 42 years. So that's where I got this from. So I'm asking, right? Which one would you prefer? Or which one is better? Girlfriend or fiance for 42 years or a wife for 5-10 years? Girlfriend, fiance for 42 years or a wife for 5 to 10 years? Girlfriend or fiance for 42 years or because they made me seem like I was illogical. They made me seem like I wasn't making no sense. So anytime I do stuff that people make me seem like I'm not making no sense with, I bring it to the audience. We have over 700 and something people right here in front of me, almost 800 people. I'm asking y'all, girlfriend or fiance for 42 years or wife for 5 to 10 years. Because that's what it comes down to, right? They marry, they're a wife, they brag, they tell everybody, I'm getting married, I'm a wife, I'm not no damn girlfriend. He was intentional, he put a ring on it, then he married me right away. And then 5 years down the road, they're divorced. 10 years down the road, they're divorced. 42 years of marriage is probably about all you're about to get out of somebody, because your lifespan, right? And by the time you met somebody and you were mature enough to actually settle into a marriage, now you're a wife, and a husband, and you have somebody who did 42 years of marriage with you before you passed away from earth. 42 years is your life partner. Whether she was a girlfriend or a whether she was a girlfriend or a fiance, that was your real wife. That was your actual wife. Not somebody who you divorced after 5 years, right? But I guess the wife title sounds so good that motherfuckers be like, oh, I'm gonna take wife, even if we getting divorced in 5 years. That means you never want there with the man in that first place. What'd you say? 42 years she deserved a ring and a renewed vow in between. Nah, but maybe if they had gotten married, they would have been divorced in 5 years. So if it's working out as a girlfriend, then be a girlfriend for as long as ever, right? Girlfriend, fiance, 60 years, that's what you are. You're actually the wife. In my book, that's how I see it. I don't know. If somebody does 5 years of marriage with you and then divorce and go about their business, that wasn't your life partner. They're gone. They're on to somebody else. If somebody does the rest of life with you to the end of your time or their time on earth, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, I was going off 42 because that's how long this couple been together, then that's your wife. Not the person you divorced. How so? It makes sense? Oh, you saw it, S Diva? Yeah, the women, I was taken aback by the women making fun of her. That she would, oh, that's why he set your ass on fire, because you've been with his ass for 42 years over there playing wife. And you a damn fiance or you a damn girlfriend. I ain't being nobody's girlfriend for no damn 42 years. I'm like, that's weird. You're not being nobody's girlfriend for 42 years, but you will marry and divorce in 5 years, 10 years, and get back on the dating market and go find somebody else and be so jaded you probably won't be married again ever and have a bunch of... You're going to be 50, 60 years old out here looking for boyfriend and girlfriend. Friends from Lake says, only 3 years and me gone. See? Hey. The people I know who say that, only 3 years and me gone, they either rush into a marriage that it's very one-sided. If you pay attention to their marriage, it's not a happy marriage. They either rush into a marriage that is not a happy marriage, or they married and end up getting divorced anyways. When you walk around, or they run through a whole lot of people trying to get to somebody who's going to say, I'll marry you before the 3 years is up. That's just facts. That's just facts. 3 years and I'm out. Okay, you meet a man, right? He do his thing with you for 3 years. You call it, okay, 3 years, that's too much. You're not putting a ring on it, I'm out. You on to a next man. 3 years, that's it, I'm out. You on to a next man. 3 years, that's it, I'm out. You're going to be going through a whole lot of men for years. What if you never find somebody who says, I'm ready to marry you in less than 3 years? You're just going to keep bouncing along 3 year, 3 year, 3 year. 42 years, wow. 42 years they were together. I don't look at the marriage status. I look at 42 years they were together. Yeah. Nans says, as a wife of 6.5 years, as long as they are committed, it doesn't matter. That's what I talk about, Nans. Because a lot of people are married on paper and they're not married. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are married on paper and they're not married. They just hanging in there because of the damn papers. And them papers is so binding. They just hanging in there because of the papers. They hanging in there because it sounds good to say. Don't be supporting shock up culture, SouFLo. Well, shit, I'm not supporting divorce culture either. And people who are shacking up are doing better than people who are married. So I'm not supporting divorce culture either. You know, Ras girl, you're saying don't support shock up culture, but y'all support divorce culture. Because you ain't telling nobody to stay together and they staying. Nobody is listening to that anymore. People married, and once the marriage ain't heavenly like they thought it was going to be, they head for divorce. They be feeling trapped. And they head for divorce, and these marriages end. It's not my statistic, you know. The statistic that came out, was it this year it came out, or it came out late last year, and we used it on here twice. But it said that, this is from national study, right? Said most marriages that happen this year, 50% of the marriages that happen this year will end in the next 5 years. That's 50%. And more will end as the years go by. So half of who is getting married today will be done and divorced in 5 years from now. So we ain't fooling nobody. All this hurry up and rush and marry me before it's too late. And if you like it, then you would have put a ring on it. You ain't Beyonce. Beyonce giving that song that, well, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Don't be mad when you see your next king on it. Well, the next king can have it because that was meant for him then. Yeah, whoever wants it can take it. That's how I see it. But if you are here running after that, I'm giving you 2 years. If you don't do it in 2 years, I'm out. Then be out. Because the next guy is going to do the same thing. And you're going to be 2 year in that coochie for a long time. You know what I mean? Oh, Malachi says 40 years, Oprah and Stedman. Oprah and Stedman, 40 years. Somebody say I lie. Oprah been with Gail for 40 years. Y'all tripping. Stedman is her beard. You cannot put a rush or a time frame on marriage. It's when both parties are ready, not when society says that you should be ready. Right there. Right there. That one. People be pushing themselves into it. And then when the divorce comes, it's like, listen, divorce ain't sweet. There's nothing sweet about a divorce. Nothing. It's one of the wickedest things you will ever have to endure. Anybody in here who went through a full divorce know what I'm talking about? I remember when I was looking around, I seen a sign on the side of the road. The sign on the side of the road said $99 divorce. And I said, damn, the divorce is cheap. So, you know, things had fallen apart, whatever. I'm like moving on. Said, I could get a $99, have the situation taken care of, get it out the way. As soon as I called that number, the one of the attorneys said, that $99 divorce, we offer that if you meet these conditions. And they said a couple of conditions that I just didn't meet. So therefore, $99 couldn't do the divorce for me. I had to come out the pocket. Big time. Big time. So $99 divorce ain't $99. It ain't never $99. Everyone will show up for your wedding, but it's you and your partner that have to make the marriage work. Absolutely. That was probably just to fill out the forms. Randy's daughter. It was. And it didn't apply either, because if you have property involved, if you have any kind of investments, accounts, anything else involved, children involved, you are definitely disqualified from the cheapest forms of divorce. Once you have children involved, you are disqualified from the cheapest forms of divorce. So go ahead and rush into marriage and think, oh, I'd rather be this than be a damn girlfriend for 45. Okay. And when it rotted in and you getting ripped apart in ways you never thought you could be ripped apart, man, listen. Divorce sweet if you is a divorce attorney. Yeah, divorce sweet if you is a woman who initiated the divorce and there are assets there to be split up. And you never worked for no night, but you were the supporter on the sideline. You know, because you're about to leave with most all of it. You're about to leave with almost all of it. You're tired of the ninja anyways. It's time to keep all the assets and get a new ninja and just keep it moving. Remember I told you about the friend of mine who was in the military as well, and he came out, used his military benefits, got him a nice house and everything. Remember when I said he was driving by his house one day and he saw his wife, then ex-wife, with her new man and his children and the dog, and he was like, damn, the only thing that's missing from that picture was me. He was like, the only thing that was missing from that picture was me. Like, she literally replaced me and everybody else just kept going like nothing happened. That's my house. You know what I'm saying? And the only way she was able to take his house was because he married her. That's my house. And you watching your kids with their stepdaddy, he playing daddy. This man didn't have to work to provide a place for this woman to live. They took your house. And same woman and your children. Sheesh. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, mommy.
Hi.
Are you tickling? All right. I love you.
Love you, Daddy.
All right. Daddy soon finish up, okay?
How much mints do you have?
I don't know. Y'all just go that way. See you later. If kids are involved, marriage would be the best option. I don't know about all that. I really don't know about all that. I think the best option is what works best for you. The best option is what works best for people. I think we need to normalize people doing what works best for them. Certain things ain't for everybody. That's just my beliefs. I'm unorthodox. Certain things are not for everybody. What works better for you might not work for somebody else. And that's the problem with this whole marriage thing, is that it has people who aren't suited for marriage running after marriage. What y'all run down marriage fine? You're not cut out for a marriage, but you running after a marriage. Listen to what I'm just saying. Y'all listen to what I just said. Take that deeply. I'm going to say it again. I think we need to normalize people doing what works best for them and their situation. Somebody just said, I think if children are involved, then marriage should definitely be. I think people need to do what works best for them. Because when society got you feeling like you're supposed to be married and you have to marry this person because and you have this time limit to marry and whatever, the problem becomes people who are not suited for marriage start running after marriage. Half of the women out here telling men about, you got 2 years to marry me or I'm moving on. She ain't suited for marriage and she ain't doing no work to get herself ready for marriage either. Marriage requires a certain thing from you. If you're a selfish person, you should not be getting married. If you're disrespectful, if you're too outspoken, like you don't care about nobody else's feelings, and that might feel good for you because that's who you are, and that's fine. But you're going to have to adjust big time if you go into a marriage. Understand that a marriage is a commitment between God and in front of mankind, and it's a covenant that is supposed to never be broken unless death separates you. You know what kind of a damn covenant is that? People don't even take marriage vows serious anymore. The way I just explained that sounds more serious than a military contract to me. You can't go AWOL. You can't break this. You don't get to go before God and take this and then just walk away and be like, F that. I'm done. I hate this. I'm out. I'm tired. I'm bored. I'm this. People are running after marriage that should not be running after marriage. You need to be running after some healing. You need to be running after some knowledge of self. That way, when you know what you're capable of giving, you know what you're capable of taking, etc. You need to be running after all the above. Leave marriage for last. But everybody got people thinking, oh girl, if you don't be no man's fiance for no goddamn 2 years past that. Anything past that, he better put a ring on it. If you don't put a ring on it, move on because he don't want you. Give it to somebody else. You just about to pass your damn self around because you ain't marriage material. You may be a good woman or a good man, but soon as you get into a marriage, you about to frig it up and you about to end up divorced. I don't know. That's how I see it. So until you're absolutely ready for a marriage, which means I think people who get married are people who are supposed to be. I know somebody is going to say, nah, you're married in whatever condition you are, and then you work it out, and that's what marriage is about. No, the hell it's not. It's not. You don't bring a bag of dysfunction to a marriage. It's going to end, and it's going to end badly. You can't bring a bag of dysfunction to a marriage. You can't demand that somebody spend the rest of their life with the worst that you have to give. You can't. So y'all gonna get left. Y'all gonna get bun and y'all gonna get left. And it's gonna come to an end anyways. You might as well not rush for it. Spend your 42 years, 60 years a fiance, that's your wife. That's your husband. With nobody's paperwork required. That's somebody who would have used their entire lives to prove to you that they were worthy of being the same thing that you required them to do paperwork for. And all along the way, you would have been noticing people married fast, divorced fast. So yeah, back to my original question is 42 years, white girlfriend or fiance, or 5 to 10 years a wife. I can't believe somebody chose wife. Because you want to be a wife for 5 to 10 years, then what? You're a wife for 5 to 10 years, you're divorced, you're miserable, y'all don't even speak to each other anymore after you done built a life together, and now you on to somebody else. You might as well have stayed and be a damn fiance or girlfriend for 42, 52, 62 years. End of life. That's your husband. That's your husband. Yeah. Or that's your wife. I usually find that married men are the most available. They always looking hard. Rice Girl says, I usually find that married men are the most available. They always looking hard. I don't know. That's the married men that you come across. There's married men out here. You can't even look in his direction. He cares nothing about you. He's definitely devoted and go about his business. But again, that you are right in a sense that same thing for the women. There's a lot of married women out here who is always ready to flirt. And you see her at the grocery store, all you got to do is look in her direction one time and she start stripping you with her eyes. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are unhappy in their marriage because they rushed into their marriage and now they don't know how to back out because the only way out of a marriage is a divorce. And people hate going through the divorce process, especially after they've built and accumulated stuff together. Now we got to figure out how we're going to split the house. Now we got to figure out how the visitation going to go with the kids, who gets to pay for what. Now we got to split the assets, the investments. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
I'm here again, SouFLo, man. Listen up, more. See a little thing.
Yeah, brother.
You never hear but speak yet. See?
Yeah.
The second, that mental talk is right. When I meet my wife, was in love with her.
When you met your wife, you were in love with her.
Yeah, love. That means love what she look. She have a look at Rihanna. Rihanna lip, she look like Rihanna. You know what I mean? So when we meet them in love, it's like lobster, woman, how you smell everything you look what I'm head, isn't it? But they didn't love. It took me years after from I love my wife like my brother or my mother. You get what I say? Like a family.
So when you meet her, you did infatuated with what you saw and the vibes she that fling.
Word.
No man, cause to me love is not a thing where they're on the outside kind of thing.
Now when you hear me say now? The word in love is a Hollywood manufactured.
Oh, yeah, say in love.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale word. Like Hollywood teach people say the girl who pretty much have butterflies in it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I the wife go and marry her quick because you feel just head over heels of her. And somebody feel with wife, but guess you know? That feeling that can go anytime, man.
The feeling that can cause it's a feeling. And feelings change.
Well, look at that. A multiple girls head over heels over before my wife.
See?
And if those girls put you what upon my bubble their face.
Wait. Where's
Me said, I hope a girl in love with over the years in terms of with.
Before your wife?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're in love with it, they're pretty them and you want to see her again and everything that. But listen, if for the show I want upon her tomorrow, we'll take time to that's honest.
You don't care nothing about them.
So look at that. Until you love your wife like your brother or yourself, love is just one word. I love my brother, I love my mother, I love my wife. Until love your wife, means love nothing, love her for love.
Right.
Let me tell my wife other day, saying, if she left me tomorrow and divorced because of fear reason, and she ever a hardship in her life, like if she was a man, me will help her if I can help her. Me nah go cancel her or say, she go to life because me and she stop talk. I love her like my family. So if she left me tomorrow gone,
same.
If me rich and said she lose her job and blah blah, me PR for 2 years. I'm not secure.
Take care of her.
Love the woman. This is not a conditional thing or a feature thing or how she look out smell. It's about loving a person. And if a person love a person, like come and explain to you now, don't marry them. You're not gonna last. You're waste of time.
Thank you. Exactly what I said. Manners and respect.
Big up yourself.
Big up.
All right. Good.
You hear what the brother said? He said when he first met, hold on there. At She Jamming said my aunt and her common law husband were together for 37 plus years. She was bedridden for the last 5 years. Passed yesterday. May her soul rest in peace. I rate my uncle because he took care of her around the clock until the end. Cause that time wife. He didn't need no paperwork and nobody to tell him that was his wife. That's why. And that's what I'm saying. If you go chasing and keep telling man about you only have 2 years and if you don't put a ring on it in 2 years, I'm moving on to somebody else, them 37 years will catch up on you real quick. And your ass will be bedridden. You won't have nobody there either. And you won't have had somebody who you could have built life with. So them society rushing people into this marriage thing and this marriage thing. Marriage is for people who are absolutely cut out to do marriage. It's not for everybody. You got to be designed for marriage. You got to be cut out to do marriage. And it requires certain things that a lot of people don't have. Not saying you're not going to get it one day, but you don't have it now. Whole heap of people don't have what it requires right now to have a long-term rest of my life kind of relationship that you can say, okay, I'm married. You got to frig up a marriage. You have every ingredients to frig up a marriage in you right now. And you're going to do exactly that. You're not healed. You're not, you're still selfish. And them things that can't go on in a marriage. You see, when you married somebody, you have to start thinking about that somebody more than you think about yourself. Yeah? And most people can't do that. Most people are like, I'm gonna make sure I put me first. Cause my last relationship, when me did put the boy the first or the girl the first, it never work out good. So me I put myself first. And you go into a marriage with a selfish ass mind, me first, me first, me first, you can't win. The brother said when he first met his wife, he was very much he was loving everything about her, but he wasn't in love with her. And it took him years to actually fall in love with her, with who she is, with everything about her. Him like the way how she breathe, the way how she say words, the way her mouth move when she talk, the way how she wink her eye. Him in love with every single thing about her now. And he said it took a while for the in love part to develop. And now that it is here, he told his wife that even if down the road, God forbid, something happened where they're no longer together, he would never sit here and watch her go through anything hard. If it comes to it where he has to pay all her bills for the next 2 years just so she could catch up, and this is without her being his woman, he would do it because he is so in love with her and the person that she is. And if you don't love somebody like that, don't marry them. Yeah, and that's that. Chat him a chat, King Biggs. Because if that divorce, they lick him in Beck's no blouse or skirt. Beck should be the one who filed the divorce. In Beck's no blouse, pay what for 2 years? When you see her out there suffering, they say, yeah, man, you calm and that. You left good man like me. Look back now and suffer. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
But remember, he said, Fanny see her in love with her because she look like Rihanna, something like that, right?
Yeah, him say him love the aesthetics. Him not in love yet.
He not in love yet?
No, him say him love the aesthetics, the outside stuff.
Okay.
That is just him loving everything where him see, but he wasn't in love with her.
No.
Him say years gone by,
he got to be friend with 2 shy seed. If you think them up here, help her for 2 years. Anytime you remember that the match that with 2 seed, you know, remember. But pay bill.
How are you just said no, Tom? Then just catch that to know.
Brother, when you look for Rihanna, so remember, you imagine her as Rihanna, you know. So, when you remember sweet, sexy Rihanna, and the man, when you go to the kitchen there, with Panapakas, with them 2 shy seed there, you never cock her up so yet. Oh, you maybe want to take the money that pay if you analyze her. Hey, anyhow, so for don't have nothing, you can kill.
You watch us?
No, I'm not taking for no joke. Still, but remember, say things and times do change. Why sweet is a thing you can't sweet. Hey, I don't want to make you talk laugh now, you know. It's a balance story, you know. Because man no make you marriage, you know, most of them, you know. Oh no, you're a man, me I chat to you. How much marriage you have? Me I put your passport.
Hold on. Hear me. Me never say man or woman, you know. Me say people.
Oh, you did say people, all right then.
Me no partial. When me distribute justice is equally. For me say people.
Okay, people who
are ready for marriage should enter it. Because a lot of people, not man or woman, a lot of people are not ready for a marriage. That means man and woman.
And they're reading another woman's story. You know, let me off the hook with that, make that part clear because me in a house and I join the story. Because when you're ready, you're biased too. When you're ready, you're biased too.
Yeah, you know.
Because someone no man no make the marriage too. Because you no compromise too.
Yes, you know.
What? See, like how you beat someone when you really can't beat you. When you really beat someone, so you look bad and then I have to agree with you because it's wrong. Then time they beat the one and I have to help you beat them too. Yeah, because when it's wrong,
but you don't help me beat them when they're wrong.
Yes, I do.
You help me beat them because you know I true me attack.
What?
You help me beat them because you know say I true me attack. You know I help me beat nobody when they're wrong.
I have to help you.
Okay.
So when it's wrong.
All right.
Definitely.
All right.
All right, go on.
All right then. Later. If Uncle said that no, you say if she ever give ball and you walk in, I see them two big shiny seed on a backers. Well, I know, we get an instant picture in my head, two big shiny seed on a backers. She said you probably would have want to use that money there, get somebody to kill her. But you would have love her regardless. We they might try hot seat. Yeah, they might try hot seat me again. It not gonna work. Anyway, let me move on from the topic yet. All right. Just remember, say, before you go rushing into any, you better put a ring on it and walk me down the aisle and say yes. You better make sure, say, you is somebody who is ready for such. Okay, you're not a runner. You're not a runner. You're not a track star. You're ready for such. You can endure. Because marriage take a lot of enduring, and you can endure. You know what I'm saying? If you're not that type of person, leave marriage alone to the people them who are built for it, because you're not built for it. Me and you now go get up today and go up on the track and go say, on your marks, get set, with no world-class athlete and think we are going to compete. We're not built for track and field, so we're not going out there. It's the same thing for marriage. You know, build feet, left it alone. Make other people do it, and you go on bata and row your little boat down your road of fiancé-ness or girlfriendedness or boyfriendedness, and you'll be just fine. You might have a boyfriend for the rest of your life or a girlfriend for the rest of your life. And then if it happens so, then that's your wife. All right? Moving right along. This is one I did want to talk about, and this brings us to our last topic of the... This one with this black shiny seed. I don't know Jamaican people are something else. Caribbean people are something else. Y'all just say the damnedest, wildest thing. We are wild. We are wild. And we talk, the certain ways that we talk is just wild. Oh, man. Anyhow, let's get on to the last topic for the morning there. Can't don't laugh though. She said, all the talking probably we don't want to use that money there. I find somebody to kill her. But pay bills for 2 years. The way your feelings would hurt you. I said I was going to love you for the rest of life. I kill boy, I kill your girl. The two big shiny seed them can't come out of your mind. Man. Okay, let's go. So, our dear Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, wait there. If you are going to marry someone based on looks, you're already heading down the road. We don't know about that, Aaron. But that's true. That's true. If I looks alone, you're going to marry for you're heading down the wrong road. However, let's be realistic. I don't want to go too far into another topic once the background change, but let's be very realistic. There's nobody out here that goes outside and say, I want somebody ugly as hell where me not have no attraction to physically and them me want to marry. I want to see if them personality is nice. That's not realistic. Everybody out here, when you get into it to the point where you're like, I would marry that person, it first started out with you being like, damn, that person fine. Or she look good. Or she pretty. Or him look nice and handsome and good and pretty. Or whatever the case may be, there was some physical attraction. Right? On the basis of marriage, if that is your deciding point, then you're gone too far. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
No. Right, did this one I go stop you? You're wrong, right?
Hold on. The background change.
Oh no, man, me get close to something. Did this one make it good?
Me no want to go too far into no other topic.
No, right.
So what you say?
When you say nobody no walk out there and say somebody ugly and they not married to them.
Yeah, nobody don't do that purposely.
Hello, me see that happen.
You see
my
what?
friend say marry the girl. He ugly, nobody won't want her, and the girl go up on ship go work. The lady went on the ship on work. She come back from maternity leave and inbreed her. One ugly girl.
Yeah, I missed the point. That no happen. That no relate to what me I said. Listen to what me said good.
Mm-hmm.
I said nobody wakes up, goes up and says to themselves, I'm gonna go outside and find a ugly, rotted person to marry. So if your friend who man tell her say she ugly, and she go up on ship and man breed her, that no have nothing to do with that. The person who breed her never say she ugly and him want a ugly woman to breed. She just do something and breed. But yeah, miss what me I say. Nobody get up and say them want a ugly somebody to marry to. There was some attraction there.
The man open his mouth and speak and say, when married her, I think ugly because I got born before from a different relationship.
Her is true, she ugly?
Yes. Somebody make sure listen clearly what you said. The man open his mouth and talk and say, when married, brains, brown, whatever name. And say that's the reason why married I can't ugly. No man now go want her.
But him have problems.
You think so?
Yes, any man, any person that does that have that is a deep level of insecurity. Me I go outside go look for somebody ugly as hell for married because if them ugly nobody now go want them. Who does that? You're talking about a 1%er.
Well, yeah, you talking so you know make it not happen. Pardon me.
I'm not talking about 1%er. To every rule there is an exception. So we not talk about no that 1% there. Majority of people do not say that to themselves, but me know what you say. And the seed bag sitting still in my mind, so I can't get that out neither.
No, man.
The shiny seed for the back is still in my mind.
Straight talk.
Why?
He wouldn't stop no woman. He talk like nothing about this.
So wait there. You say kayak, me know you're gonna draw me out because no me want.
No, me not joke up. Me leave you from me busy.
Because no me want no breeder.
Talk again, no?
No, me I left it right there, so we know to talk no more later.
Yes, bye. All right.
Yo. Can we get on with it? Jaja God. All right. That is somebody who is deeply insecure. Imagine me I tell myself at home, say, you know what? I did a pretty girl before and then break my heart, so I want an ugly girl. I mean, she will look like, say, donkey kick her in her face. I don't know. She will look like puss crap her up. She want her just ugly. You know, she want her look like people scared her when she... And that's why I want to marry. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. That man there, something did wrong with him in the first place. And he probably treats her like that too. And that's why she go up and ship and one next man breed her. Because she go away and somebody go tell her that she is not ugly. She went away and... Remember, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, you know. So all with they are talk about ugly. There is no standard to ugly or beautiful. Some people like certain features and certain things and some people don't. You know what I'm saying? You might look at something and say it's ugly. Somebody else look at that person and say they're beautiful or they're gorgeous or, you know, you over there talk about, no, sir, he knows bigger, ugly. And somebody is like, I love his nose. It's just, I don't know. I want my kids to have his nose. Because I saw it work. I saw it work. So we're not God. And we are the same people who say God made no mistakes. So for you to walk around calling anybody ugly anyways, when you can't create no human, you look on God creation and say it ugly, blasphemy. Blasphemy. I know some of you, I'm not going to hell with none of them. I know some of them in there. I think some other things left it right there. All right? It happened a lot, man. They have the good. Here FIFA done now. Say the ugly girl, them have the good. Because nobody not really got them much. Yeah, you're on your way to hell by yourself. It'll drop me off right here. One stop driver. I'm getting off this ride right here. Some people yeah, let me off right there, so I'm done. Pretty people can become ugly in seconds. King Biggs. FIFA that I try drag me, go to hell with it. I'm good. Let me off this ride right here. But this comment, we're going to change the topic with this comment right here. So, pretty people can become ugly in seconds. And it's an ugly that you can't unsee. It's an ugly you can't overlook. Once them outside pretty, and them open up their mouth and turn into one of the ugliest person you've ever seen, or one of the most ugliest ugliness you will ever see in life. Remember me tell you this. And somebody who you might look at and say, that's not my type. Even borderline ugly, me no know, because you know yourself, right? Could turn out to be somebody you yourself fall madly in love with and think that's the most beautiful person. And all them features, you will get to love everything outside of that person because of how beautiful the inside of that person is. All right? I don't know, we joke and laugh and everything like that. But the thing what we love to do over here so is bring some sense into the nonsense. Not true? All right. So let's move forward on that note. Now, I realize that our great Prime Minister here, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, I realize that a lot of people are afraid of him. So people won't say what they truly want to say in front of him. Now, that comes with power, right? That comes with power because we even do it our job. Me say, one time the big man and the district manager and the doctor this and the that is coming in, you notice how everybody shape up and shift up and some people start shaking at them boots. I get to think that it's kind of like the same way with the guy who runs the country, that he is at the top of the food chain. So people afraid to talk to Andrew and people afraid to say what real the problem is. So Andrew Holness will get up there and say some stuff sometimes where I'm like, this guy is either delusional, out of touch, or him just lie because the people them around him are subservient. Not this queen, not this sister right there. So. And I can't play the video on screen for you, but I would like for you to hear, and I will try to hold my phone up so you can see how she handle Andrew Holness. Watch this.
We don't have enough healthcare professionals.
We have never had enough, sir.
Yeah.
And that is a reality.
Yeah.
Time gone by, it would have been because we didn't train enough.
Wait. Under the pressure.
Wait. Andrew Holness was about to give a piece of speech there, right? And I put in the comment section that he was about to tell a lie because he was. He was about to tell a lie. And at the first time I've been asking everybody, please point me in the direction of who this woman is. Because this is an advocate for Jamaican people. I don't care which party she belongs to. I don't care what her political views are. She is somebody for the people. You understand? Now watch him try to get away with this and she wouldn't even make it come out her mouth. See it?
Don't have enough healthcare professionals. We've recently been under the pressure that we don't have enough healthcare professionals. We have
never had enough, sir. And that is a reality.
Yeah.
Time gone by.
One more time. He was about to say it. He said, some people are under the impression we don't have enough healthcare workers and we've recently added this much and that much and we have 50 coming from Cuba and we've signed a MOU, memorandum of understanding with this place to fling in this more, and she cut him right off as soon as him start that rotting, right? She was like, sir, not today.
So under the pressure that we don't have enough healthcare professionals. We have
never had enough, sir. And that is a reality.
Yeah.
Time gone by, it would have been because we didn't train enough. Then we were training enough, but we're not paying enough, so people were leaving. And people are still leaving. Because I would have articulated in the local space that people don't leave for money only. People leave for opportunities.
Yeah.
And people leave for some basic things, sir. People leave. I have a child with special needs. Jamaica can't.
Me have to pause and rewind. All of the things she's saying is stuff that our Prime Minister should know. All of the things she's saying is stuff that our Prime Minister should be saying to tell the rest of us that he's very aware that this is how it's happening and this is what is going on. There was a time gone by when we used to train a lot. We don't train a lot anymore. And people are leaving for many different reasons. They might leave for opportunities. People are not just for money. People are leaving because the pay is poor too. People are leaving because of the conditions. She never bite her tongue. She said exactly. The thing is, right when Andrew was about to say what he was about to say, she was like, not today. We're not doing this today. Me now waste my time. Me I gonna say exactly what needs to be said. Right? So again, from the very beginning,
under the pressure that we don't have enough healthcare professionals. We have
never had enough, sir. And that is a reality.
Yeah.
Time gone by, it would have been because we didn't train enough. Then we were training enough, but we're not paying enough, so people were leaving. And people are still leaving. Because I would have articulated in the local space that people don't leave for money only. People leave for opportunities. Yeah. And people leave for some basic things, sir. People leave. I have a child with special needs. Jamaica can't help me. So I have to go to a country where I can work and send my child into a space that I know they are cared for and protected professionally. Jamaica doesn't offer that. So there are some things. I have my elderly parents who need additional health needs. They can't get that here, and that's the basic.
So she's calling him up just that quick, She addressed child care, special needs children's care, elderly care, the workforce. One time gone, we never trained nobody. So how were we supposed to retain people? And then when we start training people, we never pay them enough. And people leave for all kind of reason. You as our leader, who has been our leader for a whole decade now, ain't enough opportunities being created and enough incentives to hold on to people so them continue to leave, sir. Yo, I don't know who this woman is, but we'd like to have a conversation with her, with this lady right here. And I applaud her for the simple fact that she did not bite her tongue. Do you know how many times I've seen people who they make video one away, right? And then one away video is Andrew this and Andrew that, and I would tell him this. And I witnessed the same people there get in front of Andrew and don't say a damn thing. And I've confronted some of them. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, Flo, I'm going to be drastic and very aggressive. You remember one time them people that hijack them plane there? I saw the lady that hijack him and give it to him.
Right, that's all.
Me say hijack him and give it to him. No, what he say, no, what he turn. The woman wheel out everything before he could make a tweet and shut him down. Those are the people we love.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
All right. That quick. She didn't waste no time and she didn't take a long route. You could tell she's been thinking about this for a long time. You could tell this is personal to her. I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. One time we come off of the JLP, PMP, something, and we stop worshiping these politicians that we elect to lead and to do our will and our bidding. When we stop doing all that and we start being like her and holding them accountable, that woman didn't say not one word that was disrespectful. She didn't. And that proves also that you don't have to be disrespectful. You can respect the position. It's the prime minister of the country. You can show respect just the same and still speak your mind and still be firm and still be realistic. He can go and fact check everything she just said and find every bit of it to be true. The lady never afraid of him and she not impressed by the fact that you are the prime minister. So she's going to bite her tongue and continue to suffer in silence. She's going to make you know. When she said Jamaica doesn't provide that. As prime minister, I think it's your job to make sure that Jamaica starts to provide that. Is he going to do it? Let's see. Let's see. Remember, I know, a lot of people are under the impression that we call Andrew Holness his name because we just love call up Andrew name. But we're telling y'all that if it was Mark in power, if it was John in power, if it was Steve, David, Annalisa, Marie, anybody else in power, we would have been calling up for them name just the same too. He's the guy that sits in the hot seat. And it's not that he's supposed to get up and be 20 different places at once and do everything. His position as prime minister is a delegator. That's what your prime minister does. Your prime minister don't do everything. He delegates. That's what he does. He's supposed to put people in positions and hold them accountable for getting stuff done on his list. That's it. So if he can't do that, then somebody else needs to be there who's able to do that. That lady truly impressed me in just that short block of words that she gave to the Prime. You don't notice that the Prime Minister didn't even say nothing after. He was just stuck. I think the Prime Minister was dumbfounded. Obviously, if you saw the look on his face, was the first look on his face was like, are you going to talk to me like that? You just cut off the Prime Minister like that? She really said, sir, don't start. Not today. Let me tell you exactly what the issue is. And she went right into it. Yes, no big words today, sir. We don't want no big words today. We don't want no smooth talking today. Please get to it, because this one personal to me. Let's see how this is handled. And you know what? I want to know who she is because I want to watch the space. I want to see how she is treated after this. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a way of silencing those who ring the bell. Well, for them, thing is a bell. So maybe I should use another analogy. They have a way of silencing the whistleblowers. They have a way of trying to silence those who speak up without fear. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo, how are you?
I'm good, family. How you doing?
I'm good. Okay, so I just looked her up. Her name is Dawn Marie Richard.
Her name is what? Dawn
Marie Richards. And she's the president of the Nurses Association of Jamaica.
She's the president of the Nurses Association of Jamaica?
Yes.
So how come she is saying that she has to go work in other places to make sure that her child and her parents are taken care of in a certain way because Jamaica does not provide that? So she worked overseas.
I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but I think she probably traveled before and came back. Don't quote me on that. I'm gonna watch it fully and then but I just wanted to let you know her name.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I wrote it down and I'll do some digging myself from there.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
All right, I like that. I like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. She's a nurse in leadership. She is above and beyond all of that for me. From just what I saw there, this is who we need. Somebody like that is who we need on all levels. On all levels. Nothing about her was intimidated about his presence there. She's a people person as for the people. And that we need. We are tired of the people them who they are put in these positions, but when big massa comes around, them fall up and go down in a them shell and can't really say what our problem really is. So things never get fixed. And listen to me, Andrew Holness cannot possibly be everywhere at once. So that man can't possibly know all the shortcomings and all the problems them. It is for them to speak up. And a lot of them are afraid to speak up. So him don't know neither. Him can't know everything. He can't. He's one person. And I'm not cutting no excuse for him, but he's one person. So we need people who can speak up and say exactly what's going on and highlight it on all these big platforms. You see where she catch him? She didn't send it to him in a text message where nobody else are going to see it. She catch him on a rotted forum where whole heap of eyes are. A foreign media, me get it right. People in England saw it. The world just saw it. She caught him on that type of platform and addressed it that way. That way, we know now that, sir, you know. You now know. If nobody never tell you before, she sure did. So let's see what you're going to do about it from here on out. All right? I want you, and another thing I love about what she did just now is in such a short, she's like a sniper. She's like a sniper. She hit the target without even, she never waste no bullet. She wasn't just shooting, oh, me miss me, I gotta try again. She hit target with one bullet. In the army, we call it one shot, one kill. She was like, I have one opportunity to speak to this guy face up, right side of me. Boom, I'm going in. Yeah, me love her. Me instantly me love her. That's a queen. That's a queen. Big up to Miss Dawn Marie Richards, and I will definitely be trying to reach out to her because I want to have a conversation. Yeah, she said some stuff that has piqued my interest, stuff that we've been talking about here for quite some time. And to see her stand up like that, utmost respect. That quick. With that said, we're going to leave it right here for today. Had to save the best one for last, right? Yes, you're the finest. Super brave. In a world where all the others seem so afraid. Because that's all it is, you know. Them afraid. And because them afraid, them make the Prime Minister look like everything is okay and he is doing 100% well. Our last call for the morning, live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't think she said she leaves. She said the nurses them leave because they have their family to take care, so they leave for the family who is sick to go to another country to get opportunity to take care of them. It's not directly she. She just putting everything in a perspective.
Okay.
So if you listen to it again, you'll get the concept. She was telling you why the nurses them leave.
Okay.
And why the opportunity is not there for them to do what they have to do.
All right. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Me not take no more call for the morning. I am absolutely sure that she said she. Let's hear her one more time and tell me if I'm wrong or not, right? Don't want to make a big deal out of it anyway because my hope is to speak to her personally, but check it. Listen good.
We don't have enough healthcare professionals. We've recently...
We have never had enough, sir, and that is a reality.
Yeah.
Time gone by, it would have been because we didn't train enough. Then we were training enough, but we're not paying enough, so people were leaving. And people are still leaving. Because I would have articulated in the local space that people don't leave for money only. People leave for opportunities.
Yeah.
And people leave for some basic things, sir. People leave. I have a child with special needs. Jamaica can't help me.
I have a child who has special needs. Jamaica can't help me. Not generalizing, not putting anything into any other perspective. She's speaking personally now. Carla.
So I have to go to a country where I can work and send my child into a space that
So I have to go to a country where I can work and send my child into a space where my child can be well taken care of.
Cared for and protected professionally. Jamaica doesn't offer that. So there are some things. I have my elderly people.
I have my elderly parents
who need additional health needs. They can't get that here, and that's the basic.
All right. So I'm sure me did hear what me hear, Carla. All right. I'm sure I hear what I hear. Now, I was just thinking out loud when I said if she's saying all that, the caller that called said that she is the Dawn Marie Richards. She's the president of the Nurses Association of Jamaica. And I said it out loud. Well, if she's our president of the Nurses Association, she works overseas. How does that work out? But I hope to speak to her so we can get into all of that. All right. Yeah. And one more time, big up to that woman there. Now, we're going to get out of here for today, and we should be here tomorrow morning if God spare life, like my grandfather, Mas Clevey, said. Manners and respect to everybody tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. All right. Try to uplift you or lift up your vibrations throughout the day. Also, Miss Ruby, my grandmother, said, be good. If you can't be good, be careful, but it's best to be good. All right. I'm going to walk good. I'm out. Peace.